Hello everyone, welcome back to another Genshin Impact, and as you can see, I'm on Sumro, which means we are going to do Faruzan is Hangout event. I might as well do Goro is because, well, it's been a while since I haven't done that, so we'll do that, well, separate video. But yeah, last time we already cleared a DI story quest, and it's time to clear everything once for all. And also we are still on Windbloom festivity. It's like Valentine, it's a lovely day, so it's time for a date. I mean Hangout, yes, just call it Hangout. Yeah, a confounding conundrum. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I actually like that symbol. Alright. Let's see. Again, I'm good at a hangout event. I know which path branch to which, so I'm not going to fail this at all. We are going to one go this, and let's see, we got 5 ending, and yeah. Let's go. Start the hangout event. Maybe I should have do something else first before I do that. Alright. A mysterious senior, you say. Also, today is also Shenhui's birthday, as you can see. The morning? What? This morning, my master cooked many medicinal soup and many other exquisite dishes for me. She also invited Moon Carver and Mountain Shaper for a gathering. I thought she about to say she also invited Moon to come join us. I'm like, that means nighttime, right? Right. The meaning is, or not the meaning. The master is Madam Pink. Um, in my master's abode, the soothing aroma of the dishes and the familiar atmosphere of the friendly reunion made for a comforting rest respite? I, on my part, collected dew from violet grass and fetched well-preserved aromatic herbs to make some simple refreshment. Though my cooking skill is not as good as my master is, the refreshments are a token of my good wishes and a sign of how I've changed since returning to human society. Ew, society, wow. I will feel content if you could try them and tell me what you think. One last thing, my master prepared a generous portion of medicinal medicinal soup for me. I only had a small bowl. After that, I cooked some noodle for you with the rest of the soup. I hope you like it. Ah, so this is leftover from her. Got it. That's leftover. All right, good to know. Birthday date. Wait, what? But let's just say birthday date. Date in the meaning of time, right? Not date in the meaning of. Anyway, we're doing in the hangout. Stop paying attention to other stuff. I'm hanging out with Faruzan, but I'm reading letter from Shenhe. Normal gameplay. Alright. Okay, I'm going to move aside. Yuki move aside to here. Let's go to Schmoll. I don't know what it will cover, but we'll see. I hope she didn't cover much.
Even though most of the academia's restrictions have significantly relaxed, I'm still a bit worried that the Matra might give her trouble.
Oh, wait, what? We start with Tainari. I'm surprised. Okay.
I need to stay here to keep an eye on the situation. Kale, can you head to Sumeru City and find out why she isn't here yet?
My name is not Kole, but I should I say yeah, sure. So I'm curious, who is it?
Um, does it have to be me?
Oh, I forgot Kole cannot actually talk to other people.
I'd only assign a job this important to someone I trust. Are you not feeling well?
Ooh, the word.
Oh no, I'm fine. I've completely recovered. It's just that if I'm going to see her, I think I need to mentally prepare myself first.
I know. You'll have a tough time if you go by yourself. If we could arrange for someone to accompany you...
Well, what a coincidence. As long as you got Primogem, I am the man. What? In a predicament, I see. That's quite a predicament. Today I don't have Paimon, so don't mind.
Oh, hey there!
Hello.
It's been a while. What a coincidence. I was just thinking about asking you to accompany Kale to Sumeru City.
Sure, as long as I'm... Wait, am I doing this? Is this hangout for Kale or Frozen? I'm confused. What do you think of me? What made you think I have time on my hand?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that this matter concerns research banned by the academia. Not the sort of thing you'd shout from the rooftops.
Oh, I see. Well, I didn't mean to choose the second one. The second one actually sounds rude. I'm so sorry.
Also, You happen to know about this situation?
No, I don't.
There are very few people I can trust to be discreet right now. After giving it much thought, I believe you're the most suitable person for the task.
Research banned by the academia. Oh, I was wondering what you are talking about when you say, you may know about this, and I'm like, may know about what? Got it. Research banned by the academia. And something that I know about. Yeah, sometimes these two texts actually connected.
It's complicated, and this isn't the best place to talk about it. We'll fill you in on the details once she arrives.
Who is she? Do I know her?
You might have heard about her in Sumeru before. Her name is Faruzan, and she's a very experienced senior researcher.
Oh, the one that didn't come when I tried to pull her and instead I got C1 Fuma. The Fuma is Wanderer, by the way, my Wanderer name Fuma. I see. When you say very experienced, best part is I win 50-50 twice because of that. Well, I won the 4 stars, not the 5 stars.
Let's just say that a huge part of Ksharowar's mechanical research over the past 100 years have used her academic discourse and manuscripts as their foundation.
100 years? So, wait, is she human?
She is, but
Wait,
she
what?
vanished for 100 years because of a certain incident. She only returned to the academia after being found in the wilderness a few years ago.
I'm confused. So is she? She's not human!
Because of that, her current personality can be a bit strange, as is her attitude towards Kale.
Oh wait, is she reverse time and place?
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
Wait, what is actually happening? Sorry, Kole, I'm with you.
She doesn't have bad intentions, so you don't have to be scared.
But she have some interesting thought.
I'll try.
Kole is worried. Do we really have to invite her here?
Yes, Ksharovar and Spontamod researchers are often quite prejudiced, so I can't trust them with this matter.
I see, gotcha.
However, Faruzan isn't influenced by modern thinking. In our previous correspondence through letters, she indicated that she'd be willing to help.
Oh.
It's already past our arranged meeting time, but she still hasn't shown up.
Does she have vision? Can she protect herself? Did she get caught by the academia? What is happening?
I don't think so. With her personality, it's more likely that she got wrapped up in some sort of trouble.
So she is in trouble.
Anyway, can you go with Kale to the academia and check on Faruzan for me?
Sure things, as long as I can spend time with Kole.
Thank goodness. I was so anxious.
I'm counting on you too. Kale, don't push yourself too hard. Just go there and see what's going on. Our task is important, but not that urgent. If Faruzan really is in some trouble, come back and tell me about it. We can always reschedule our meeting. After all, if she's distracted by other things, it'll affect her ability to help us.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Alright, thank you, Tainari. So the story quest start with Tainari. That is interesting.
Oh, yes. And one more thing.
Yes?
You might find her difficult to get along with at first.
Wait, why?
However, if you address her as Madam, she'll become much easier to talk to.
Oh, that type of person. I see. I don't want to talk to that person. Gotcha. It's like if you call them auntie, they're like, what the heck? You have to call them like One-chan. It's like, that's the worst. Hey. Well, that's a problem. It's alright, this party is good for calling her, right? I hope so.
Hey!
I do hope Madame Faruzan is able to find time as soon as possible.
Wait, you call her madam immediately inside your heart. Wow, that's unique. Maybe the whole reason I didn't get her is because I didn't call her madam. But at the same time, getting 2 5 stars, but your aim is 4 stars is kind of something as well.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, could you repeat yourself? As you know, I'm sure, hearing goes with age.
Oh my. You look so young, yet you sound that old.
Faruzan, I said that you need to give us an answer.
Ah, yes. And did you forget to add madam when you addressed me earlier?
I will keep forgetting about that. Not gonna lie.
Your hearing is perfectly fine. Madam Faruzan, we don't want to make things difficult for you. However, you haven't been teaching courses or supervising theses these past few years.
Oh wait, she's a teacher. Oh,
Isn't this rather problematic as an advisor? Never mind the students. Even other advisors are starting to complain.
And who, if I may ask, complained? If they have any issue with me, tell them to talk to me themselves rather than waste any of your time.
I'm scared. I don't want to talk to her. Now I notice why Collei feel like that. I forgot this is how you act. Oh no.
You don't have to tell me anything. I very well know that it's those people from Haravatat. How I wish they'd put their time into doing proper research instead.
But Madam Faruzan, it has been a long while since you last made any practical academic contribution yourself.
Oof. Also, I love how it's like, Madam Faruzan. It's like, wait, what?
Ahem. Academic contribution cannot simply be divided between the tangible and the intangible. The issue here, I believe, is that the reviewer doesn't understand the very nature of knowledge itself.
Okay.
In any case, makes no sense to use a metric like this to evaluate a mentor. Which sage set this rule anyway? I should write a letter of complaint right this instant.
Oh wait, the stage right now currently is, I think it's still Alhaitham, right? Yeah.
Wait! Madam Faruzan, please let me finish.
That's her, alright. But the person with her doesn't look like a Matra.
She looks so young. Why did I sound excited about that? I'm pretty sure at this point I'm going to be like, Collei, hold my hand, please. I'm scared. Rather than I'm just like, she looks so young. That is not my reaction at all. I'm going to be like, yeah, Collei, yeah. You know, I think we passed by a restaurant. Let's eat for a moment there, you know.
Shh! She hates it when people call her young!
Wait, what? Girls these days, man!
Her body apparently stopped aging during the year she was gone. So that's why she looks the same as she did 100 years ago.
Wait, what? So, she disappeared for 100 years? What in the world happened to her?
Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Let's go!
Anyway, Akara Crafts and the leader of Kasharawar would like to invite you to collaborate on this project.
Yeah. In the past, girls would love to be called young. These ages, it seems like they want to be called. This is weird.
They're wondering if you'd be interested. Madam Faruzan? Are you listening?
Do not say eavesdropping.
Mm-hmm. Ah, Collei! Why are you here at the academia? Are you feeling better now?
Nope, I'm paying attention to Collei, okay.
I'm much better, Madam Faruzan. It's all thanks to the Traveler and the Dendro Archon.
Have you been sleeping well? You seem to be developing some eye bags. Is that brat Tainari forcing you to stay up late again?
Got it. So, Faruzan is like a mom to Collei. Well, act like a mom.
No, it's because I'm a slow learner. It's not Master's fault.
It's good to be hardworking, but you need to take care of your health. I'll have to give Tainari a right talking to when I see him. I'll also prepare some health supplements for you.
There's really no need.
Now, what is behind the story? Why Faruzan act like this towards Collei? And also, why Collei is worried about Faruzan? Maybe because Collei is not that close.
Ah, and is the person beside you the legendary traveler?
Aha, you hear it first from Faruzan is Mouth. Pleasure to meet you, to meet your acquaintance. Can I talk? Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, madam. I don't know how to say that.
Oh, I've heard much about you before. In fact, I've been meaning to meet you for a while now.
I still hate you because you didn't come when I tried to pull for you, but you know what? Yeah, sure.
It is thanks to you, after all, that the academia is finally getting back on its feet. Even Collei's illness is...
Well, there's a secret, alright.
Ahem. Madam Faruzan, I believe we were still discussing the collaboration with Akara Crafts.
I'd wager it's those Kasharawar dunderheads finding excuses so that I'd go to their darshan. Say no more. I have no plans to change my field of research.
If you're this unwilling to participate in the collaborative project, you can also consider teaching a class. It might be difficult to teach a course with topics that only fall within Haravatat's subjects, but we can't delay this anymore. You need to give an answer.
The next thing we know, I am moving from Sumeru.
You can teach a course or participate in a collaborative project. If you don't do either, it'll be hard for me to persuade the advisors and students who have been complaining.
This sounds like some internal academia dispute. And have nothing to do with Tanari's request. I don't know if this is the branching path yet. I don't think this is. But we are going to just focus it. Also, by the way, my first ending is going to be my true ending. I forgot to say this, but it have been a while now since last time I do this. The first ending is always the true ending, so I'm going to try my best to, get the best ending.
Could you not give me a few more days to consider? This matter has been delayed for so long already.
That's precisely the issue. If you don't give an answer today, I fear that someone will soon escalate their complaints to the sages.
What a waste of free time these folks are. Now you two are here at Tainari's behest, I take it. I'm sorry, but given the current situation, it looks like I'll have to come over some other day.
I feel so bad for Tainari. Tainari have been waiting there. Kole seems like she wants to say something. Kole, you can tell me. Please give me a moment with Kole.
Of course. I shall need some time to think as well.
I love how... Is this Faruzan hangout? Or Kole hangout?
What now? She seems so busy.
I mean, like Tanari say, we can reschedule, so,
Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Paradise DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharvaville for several days now.
Oh, I see. No wonder you want... Oh, that's the case.
I feel for Madame Faruzan, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache.
And there you go, that's what Kole is thinking this whole time. I guess academia stuff doesn't matter that much. Faruzan also don't think about it that much. And if there's two options here, then this is the branching path. I would rather go with Tainari stuff. To help Kole at least. Yeah, there you go. So this is the branching path then. Let's help her resolve her current problem first. Let's think of some way to get her to Paradise DI. The second option sounds like we're going to... Oh wait, should we help her? The second option feels like we're forcing her to go Paradise DI. But at the same time, maybe some ways mean we do other stuff. Some way may also mean that we help her with the academia stuff while she is... If it's me, I would rather... Let's help her resolve actually. So let's help her resolve her current problem.
Yeah, that would be the best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with. But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons.
Kole is so brave, I love her. Alright. I can stay and help Faruzan.
Huh? Oh yes! This way she can get her problem sorted out quickly, and then she can go see Master. So if I also stay and help... that still sounds kinda scary.
You don't have to force yourself. Let's observe the situation first. You don't have to force yourself. Now I wanna hang out with Kole.
Okay then. I'm counting on you.
Thank you. Got it. So that's also an option between Kole follow or Kole not follow.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
Yikes.
We're back, Madame Faruzan. The Traveler said that she can stay and help you.
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, I'm rather curious about the type of person the Traveler is. You were the one who taught Azara a lesson after all. That said, will I be troubling you?
Yes, you will. Is there no where's the answer? Where's the answer? It's no trouble at all. I specialize in solving problem, apparently. I'm specialized in that. I can't even solve puzzle.
Is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with.
Got it. So Faruzan is the type of person that like feels like older than anybody else. Feels like high person, but don't have that attitude like you. Never mind. She got it. Call me madam. But yeah. And also when she trouble other people, she don't feel that bad, but she do feel bad a little. Just a little.
Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that Kosharawar is proposing? Honestly, I don't want to choose either of them.
Another branching path, what? Tell me more about the Haravatat course. Let's hear what this Kosharawar collaborative project is about. Teaching, I mean, depend. If it's teaching children, then yeah, let's do that. But if it's teaching, I guess, adult, then I will rather not do that. But let's see.
You might have heard of it before. Haravatat is an academic faction that researches languages and runes. 100 years ago, Madame Faruzan was a researcher from that darshan.
Now, not was. Still am.
Alright.
Yes, of course. But current Haravatat students can't really, understand her direction of research. So even if she opened a course, chances are that no one would attend.
Direction of research?
In summary, I mean to interpret the configurations and solutions of ruin mechanisms via the deciphering of on-site stone carvings and unearthed documents. It'll include research into general documents dealing with such ancient machines.
What? Come again?
The research method is supported by Haravatat, yes, but the content deals heavily with both ruins and mechanisms. This will make it difficult for students of this darshan because they don't understand much about mechanisms.
Oh, I see. Not a big of a deal. Let me bring you, let me bring you a ruin guard. The active one.
Also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored ruins left nowadays, and Kosharawar researchers have been developing their own theories on mechanisms. As such, they don't need to rely on ancient documents.
So this subject is what you might call a sunset industry. So she is doing very niche research. Ooh, I see now. Well, my brain is simple, so this is niche.
They're far too complacent. Ancient mechanisms are more dangerous and complex than one might imagine.
I mean, I killed one before. I even control one. That's so huge.
I'm telling you, things weren't like this 100 years ago. All researchers back then were interested in exploring knowledge from a variety of topics. They also gave more respect to unknown mechanisms.
Well, you know, human these days.
Nowadays, all people are interested in are mainstream subjects in popular research. Even if they attended my course, I wouldn't be interested in teaching them. Also, the people here think that my research is outdated and unrealistic, so they keep cutting my funding.
Oh, ooh. I'm actually curious. What happened when she disappeared?
Why, I think they could all stand to learn from Kale. She's a hard-working child and respects her elders.
Yeah, she is hardworking because she wants to be useful. She respects her elders, yes, but yours is a little bit kind of forcing, though, yeah.
Huh? Why me?
If only those who came to my lectures were more like you. Speaking of which, are you feeling better? You don't have to confine yourself to Gandharvaville anymore, right?
Yeah, she don't have to, but I don't think she wants to stay by your side. She is scared.
I just remembered that I have a lot of studying to do. I need to head back and find Master.
Wait. I have an idea. Wait. Don't leave me. I don't want to stay here with her alone, actually. I know it's like a date at this point, the hangout of Venice, but I don't think I want to stay with her. I didn't. What? Wait. Why are you surprised? Colin need to learn how to read. And you need to teach a course. How about three-way date? Wait, what? How about the teaching lesson?
Are you telling me to start a reading course for Kale?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, don't leave me alone, please.
Wait. Although Tainari has academic dealings with the academia, he isn't considered part of it. This means that Kale isn't technically a student.
Okay, hear me out here, alright? Does she have to hold this class in the academia? Cannot it be a public course?
No, she's right. The old academia became consumed by their arrogance precisely because they ignored the public.
I know, right?
There must surely be many people like Kale and Sumeru who are passionate about learning but cannot study due to various reasons.
I know, right?
The old academia paid no heed to them. But if I start a reading course for Kale as a pilot, perhaps this shall come to benefit many more people in the future.
I am smart. Say it.
I'll need to go back and ask if this is in accordance with regulations.
Oh, save yourself the extra trouble. I'll come with you. If there's any arguments to be had, we shall sweep them aside together. Traveler, Kale, do wait for us a little while outside the academia. I'll be back in just a moment.
Wait! Let's catch up with her.
Well, in the end, this is my fault, isn't it? Yeah, alright. I feel like this is my fault. I am so sorry, Colin. I feel like making problem. Alright, Mr. Senior is complete. The next one is Essential Class. Alright. I don't think there's anybody that I can read.
I can't believe she rushed right in after we arrived. She's really headstrong. Oh, how did things turn out like this?
You seems quite scared of her. Did I end up giving her a bad idea?
No, not really. Madame Faruzan is a brilliant scholar. Even Master thinks so. If she's really going to teach me how to read, it'll definitely be much better than me bashing my head against the wall.
Wait, what? How about you try to read rather than bashing your head against the... What? Where did you come with such a... What?
It's just that she can get a bit too passionate sometimes. I don't know how to handle that.
The way she treats you is completely different from how she treats researchers or other people. Do you know why?
Maybe it's because she wants to take me in as a student?
Really?
It's just like that researcher said. The academia has completely changed during the 100 years that Faruzan was gone.
So that means back in the day, the student is like you, or the researcher is?
I don't really get it, but it does seem like Haravitat's students aren't optimistic about the prospects of doing research with her.
Oh, so maybe back in the day, a lot of people is optimistic, but right now it's not that much. Ah, so that's why she loved Kale. Gotcha.
Students who are interested in mechanisms and applications of the elements generally enroll in Kasharawar and Spatamod. Madame Faruzan also refuses to accept random students just to make up numbers. She still hasn't found a student she likes, even after all this time back.
So she's a teacher with no student. I kinda understand actually.
But she seems to like my attitude toward learning, so she often asks me if I'm willing to become her student.
A teacher that don't want any student but want a student that don't want her to become a teacher. Does that make sense? You see?
It's because I'm a slow learner that I have no choice but to stay up late and study. Whenever she compliments me, I feel really guilty.
Oh boy. So you're scared of her because she keeps asking you to become her student?
It's not that. Madame Faruzan respects my choices. She hasn't been trying to persuade me, especially since she knows I need to rest and recuperate. She sometimes brings food to Gandharvaville for me, and each time she says that Master can't find out.
Ah, that sounds like something a grandmother might do for her granddaughter. So it's not mother, so it's a grandmother. So Tainari is the mother then. Ah, gotcha. Now that makes sense.
Now that you mention it, it does feel a bit like that. Do I really look that young?
If I say I want to marry you, I'm pretty sure people will call the police, so yeah.
Kale, traveler, thank you for waiting. The issue has been resolved.
That was fast. No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't.
I argued with the higher-ups and convinced them of the practicality and necessity of educating the general public.
Why did you sound so proud of it? What did you say to them? What?
If I'm not mistaken, they're the students of my classmates' students. They're a lot less forceful than their predecessors, though. I'd say they caved rather quickly.
Amazing.
Are they convinced? Or were they coercive? Coercive? I don't know how to read.
It's just that we need to fill in every single page of the application. It's been a century, but the academia is as picky as ever. Let's see now. What do we need to fill in? Course name, learning objectives, teaching methods, course materials. I suppose we can fill in the course name last.
Our learning objective is to teach people to read, right? Or we cannot write that down?
That's a bit too general, I'd say. After all, this class's target audience isn't toddlers or children, but rather people who already know the basics of reading.
Ah, I see. Wow, your word is something.
As such, we'll need a more specific learning objective. How about proficiency in reading and writing?
Literature! What?
That's true. If we use children's teaching materials, we'll only end up wasting a lot of time on things that students would already know.
And you have your job as a forest ranger, Kale. People who attend this course in the future are also likely to have life commitments. We need more effective teaching methods.
So, other than teacher materials for children, what other learning method does Kole use?
Master always tells me that practice is the best way to learn. That's why I often ask him to help me find simple books to read.
Oh, I see.
It must have been difficult to get books in Sumeru in recent years, no? Tainari really went the extra mile for you.
Well, the book that Kole read is, like the Poor Princess or like a comic book, so it's something alright. It's like fairy tale.
Expanding literacy is a capital notion. Now that the academia is easing restrictions on the circulation of books, there should be more people who have become interested in reading. It's a great time to conduct this course.
So we have got teaching methods sorted out. Now, how do we choose our course materials then?
So that's next on the list. I fear that I'm at a loss as to which books youngsters like nowadays. Would The Legend of Antara be too old of a story?
Who? The Legend of what? I know, The Legend of Avatar, yes. If even a centenarian like you finds that tale old. How old is that story exactly? Yeah, if yourself say it's old, aka you are 100 years, so that means ancient. At this point, no one even know that then.
Fair. Kale, what have you been reading lately?
I'm excited to see the answer. Right?
Me? I've been reading light novels from Inazuma. I heard that ever since we were allowed to sell books in Sumeru again, some people set up stalls at Treasure Street to sell light novels. I've been meaning to go there and check it out.
Oh yeah, light novel, not comic book. I forgot.
Light novels? This is my first time hearing about such a thing, but I doubt I will procure suitable teaching materials from the House of Dana. Treasure Street it is.
Wait for us, Madame Faruzan!
She's moving fast. Can she at least wait?
You wouldn't think someone as fast as her is over 100. Let's pick up the pace and catch up to her.
No, I'm too lazy. Maybe I'm going to search the previous lady and, tell her to knock her. No? Okay, come on. Little knock to Faruzan's not that bad. Okay, where are we going? Go to the book vendors at Treasure Streets, which is located right below us. So just jump off.
Yeah!
Alright. I cannot read.
What a long and mildly ungrammatical title. And why is the cover so colorful?
Luckily, Hangout of Venue can repeat, so yeah. I should have just walked so I can read them, but I just fall down and it just triggered the story.
Is this your first time seeing a light novel, ma'am? Oh, they're the most popular of books nowadays. Would you like me to recommend something?
Fine. One shouldn't judge a book by its cover after all. Maybe browse through the books here.
So talk about 100 years, yeah, she is so young.
Of course. Why don't you try this one? It's Outlander Brigade, When the Wind of Death Blew Towards the Blonde Samurai.
The blonde, I wonder who is that?
I heard that this book's author describes action in vivid detail.
Now I've only skimmed through a few pages, but it feels like it's all fight scenes. There are only subjects and predicates, and the syntax is a tad simple.
Subjects? Predicates?
Oh, there you go. Some of the stuff that we can learn.
The protagonist just ends up fighting in every scene with no proper build-up. Will anyone even enjoy a story that's only comprised of fights?
There might be people out there who will. Because again, each human are different. Even though you thought there's nobody, there will be that person. That sounds so wrong. And also it's for readers who don't care about plot.
How about... the good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat Sunsetias to become stronger.
How about reincarnate as a slime? There's no slime in this game. Actually, no, never mind. I didn't say anything. There is a slime. What am I talking about?
A reincarnation isekai story? Those are pretty popular right now.
Wait, wait, they say isekai? It's not isekai because Hilly Churl is here. And yeah, Genshin on its own is a fantasy stuff. But it's interesting how there is actually isekai word. Okay.
Isekai? What in the world is that? Also, why does it become stronger by eating Sunsetias?
Those are what we call tropes. Isekai is when you got reincarnated as other thing, but you still got human knowledge and your previous life memory.
Tropes? Ah, those fictional rules used to push the plot forward, yes? They're definitely effective in achieving a distancing effect.
The isekai still caught me off guard, not gonna lie.
Sorry. What is this distancing effect?
We are getting stuff that we can teach to college. Alright.
However, this book doesn't explain how reincarnation correlates to becoming stronger. Such an illogical rule will affect the coherence of the story. Will readers really accept this?
I feel like I am ignoring college, not gonna lie. Also, there might be people out there who will. It's for readers who don't care much for logic. Same answer.
How about this? I had to fight tooth and nail to get this in stock.
I feel so bad for this bookseller.
Oh, that's the latest volume of Onibudo!
Now that's a rather normal title length. Oh, Kale, do you like this series?
Also, teaching what people like is actually the best, so let's see.
Yes, but I don't like it that much.
Wakariasui. She clearly recognized it as the latest volume with a single glance. Not hesitation, and also she screamed. Is she embarrassed to admit that she liked the books like that? She loved it a lot.
Madam, are you going to use this series as teaching material?
Oh, she will. Now that you ask that, she will.
Let me see. The dialogue flows quite well, but there are too many phrases here that I don't recognize.
Madam, just to put out there, just say yes.
Third eye of perception, illusory mirror, and so on. Aren't these terms that are tied to tropes?
I also thought those names were strange when I was reading them.
She was able to say those phrases in such a serious tone. I guess that's a language researcher from her avatar for you. How do you... her avatar. Yes. Yeah.
It's impossible to derive the meaning of these phrases in isolation. Also, their morphological properties are quite pedestrian, really. Or did the protagonists purposely create these strange names to disorient their foes?
No, I don't think that's the case. I think it's because such names are fancy, cool. I guess people go with cool these days, right?
So there's no deeper purpose. Hi, it's quite hard to understand stories written these days.
I believe when you say, some type of, that type of stuff to your enemy will say like, stop talking nonsense, let's fight. So there's no point.
You're right. It's such a weird book. But you keep wanting to read the next page.
Haha, I see. Interesting.
Even the most popular book in Sumeru back then had greater depth than anything written today.
Well, the most popular book back then. What is it?
Yes, a Bahumano researcher wrote it while researching folk legends.
Okay.
The plot had many twists. The world building was fantastic, and even the writing could withstand scrutiny. When it was still being published, many people in the academia were reading it.
I have a feeling Faruzan is actually reading something like character building. It's like, rather than a fight scene, it's more like explanation. I have a feeling that's the case.
Even the sages back then all described the story as a timeless classic. The series must have concluded after so many years, right? Perhaps it's even more popular now.
Is there a book like that in Sumeru? I've never heard of such a thing before. What's the title?
It's called Tales of Shariar. Do you sell it here?
Tales of Shariar? I don't think I've heard of that before. When was it published?
Not that long. Just 100 years ago.
About 100 years ago.
Yep, not that long.
100 years ago? Are you pulling my leg? What sort of book can remain popular for 100 years?
I don't know, Da Vinci book?
The Legend of Antara is popular to this very day, isn't it? I just heard someone telling it a few days ago in a cafe. If an old story like that is still being shared, then Tales of Shariar must be even more popular.
Even if that is the case, I really don't carry that book here in my store.
What? Is that because of the academia's strict control over books in recent years? I can't believe they've allowed the people of Sumeru to become so uncivilized. How can they not know about the Tales of Shariar?
Tales of Shariar? Oh, wait. I think I heard an antique seller on the other end of Treasure Street mention that name before.
And this is how you didn't sell any book but wasted time instead.
I mean, it is a book from 100 years ago. Why don't you try asking for it there?
Alright, I'm guessing it's the one that near the guild or near Catherine?
Tales of Shariar is considered an antique now?
100 years.
How could the academia have let such an excellent work of literature be forgotten like this?
100 years ago. I mean...
Traveler, Kale, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's meet at the antique sellers.
Man,
Madam, wait! Oh no, this is bad.
what's wrong?
You asked me why I'm scared of Madame Faruzan, right?
Yep.
It's not because I don't know how to respond to her kindness.
So why?
It's because I'm afraid of that ancient language she researches, because I can barely understand any of it. What if she uses ancient text as teaching material?
Come on, colleague. That book is only 100 years old. It's not that long. I doubt this count as a book written in an ancient language. Right?
Even so, what if researchers from 100 years ago like to use ancient languages in their books? We've got to catch up to her!
I love our traveler, like, it's not that long. The traveler is literally like me. It's not that long, only 100 years ago.
These folks had better be buying.
I knew it. I knew it.
A book that was popular 100 years ago. Doesn't sound like something that'd be popular now, to be frank.
I agree. I actually agree. I mean, depend on what type of book, I guess, but I am agree. Alright, this time we're going to actually go down the stairs. Where's the antique seller? Oh, it's right below me. Oh yeah, it's the one that near Cat. Actually, never mind, it's not. Okay, can I read it? I can't. Well, I didn't miss it. I can actually repeat it myself.
pick a true classic.
We'll go. I guess we'll come back.
Everyone hold hands.
Who in their right mind would have any interest in this?
Well, why are you selling it? Alright, should I go back? Yeah, before I continue this, let's go back to the previous one and see what Faruzan said when we scan her. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I see everything.
Got to pick a true classic.
I knew it. I knew it's literally the same. Why am I?
Everyone hold hands.
These folks had better be buying.
Yep. Alrighty. Now that we're done with that,
Found it! The 5th volume of Tales of Shahryar.
fifth volume.
Wow, you actually found it.
I never thought this book would ever get sold.
Well, that's your heart.
All right, that's our teaching material secured. We also now know what to call this course. Analysis of Classical Texts. After all, this book is definitely worthy of being called a classic.
For you, yeah. For people that live right now, I don't think so. It's more like ancient. But if we say that, I'm pretty sure we will get slapped.
Can I take a look?
Kole is scared. Kole, worst thing scenario, we are going to get headache and the picture of the ending is going to be you having a trouble.
Luckily, the language being used here isn't ancient at all. I can recognize a few words here and there. Huh? But why aren't there pictures in this book?
Yeah, that is the problem. Also, you just say ancient. Uh-oh.
As long as the writing is good, readers won't need any illustrations to imagine the scenes.
I...
Worry not. I shall thoroughly explain the difficult sections. You'll like this book. I know it.
I don't think so.
After all this time, I wonder if Aaliyah and Aziz ended up together. And who obtained the desert gem in the end? Sir, do you have the subsequent volumes of this series?
I don't think so.
Is that so? And here I thought I could finally read the ending. Never mind, I'll keep searching for the later volumes myself.
Panara is going to be like, what is Kole and Traveler doing? Why are they taking so long?
If I'm to use it as a teaching material, it's better to start earlier in the series. Where are the first 4 volumes? Why aren't they all together?
Because they're ancient.
I don't have those either. Actually, this is the only volume I have.
Is this series really that popular?
Who knows?
No. It's not popular at all. Rather, there's absolutely no demand for it.
Oh, right. Antique shop. The whole reason it's still there is between it's too expensive or there's no demand at all. Well...
No demand? Impossible! Back then, I'd come across at least 3 groups of people talking about it during a single stroll at the academia.
3.
Seriously? No one told me that this book was anything special when I first got it.
Where did you get this from? Can you still contact the seller?
I'm afraid not. This book was sold together with a whole bunch of antique furniture. I didn't even notice it initially. Otherwise, the Matra would have come knocking. Wait, is this book actually worth a lot? It can't be, right?
I'm afraid not. It doesn't look valuable. I'm afraid not.
That's impossible. No matter how strict the academia was, there's no way Tales of Shahryar could have fallen into such a state.
I do remember a passerby skimming through the book a few days ago. However, he simply sighed and left.
He sighed? Why would he react like that? Given the quality of Tales of Shahryar, he should have been entranced after a single glance.
Well,
I'm sorry. Traveler, Kale, please give me a moment. I'd like to look through this book first.
no, wait. I hope you fall in despair. Not gonna lie. Wait, what? No, I'm not supposed to say that. I want to have a chat with Kole.
Why is there another misunderstanding between Ali and Aziz? Also, why is there no mention of the desert gem at all?
And that is the difference between the stories back then and now.
And a new character is introduced with no foreshadowing at all? Also, what are all these new names and terms? Is this really the Tales of Shahryar I know?
Well, that passerby reacted in much the same way.
Anyway, who was the passerby in any case? Don't tell me it's Nahida or a little girl.
It's Mada from the cafe over there. You know, the fellow who spends all day telling the legend of Antara.
Oh, interesting. I'm guessing we are going there now.
Since that's also a very old story, maybe he knows a thing or two about that, Tales of, whatever it's called.
You can just say the book that you are searching for. Yep. I'm guessing instead of teaching, we are just exploring and searching for the antique treasure.
Then let's go ask around at the cafe. Huh? Madam Faruzan?
Huh? Oh, yes. Let's go.
Oh, when I say I wish you drop into despair, I didn't mean literally. Oh, she is so sad. No, she is so sad. Oh, we don't need to scan the person we already scanned. We already read Die Hard, so it's the same. It's literally the same. Let's see. That one?
Hey!
That book I saw earlier. Ah, what a shame.
What?
Another day, another empty room.
Excuse me? But are you Mada?
Yes! Are you here to listen to my story?
I am a duh.
Well, we actually came to ask about something else.
I see.
It was like a hope and then disappear.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm used to it, more or less. So, how can this terribly unpopular storyteller help you?
Oh, I think I'm going to use that word. I'm going to change the storyteller. Alright.
Do you know about Tales of Shariar?
Huh? Tales of Shariar? Why, I can barely remember the last time anyone talked about it. My master always talked about how incredibly popular that book used to be. However, I tried reciting a few chapters of it at the cafe, and I found that it's even less popular than the Legend of Antara.
Your master?
Yes, the one who taught me how to be a storyteller. He said that Tales of Shariar was written by his master's master's master.
I hope your master is not frozen. Well, it's not. I guess, I don't know actually. Judging by how Faruzan talk about stuff, maybe it is, but I hope it's not.
He also said that this great-great-grandmaster was an academia researcher, and that even the sages liked the series.
Wait, don't tell me the whole reason Faruzan kept saying like this book must be popular is because Faruzan is the writer. Say ain't so.
He wrote 4 volumes back then, and the reviews just got better and better. You couldn't find a single person in Sumeru who hadn't read his books.
Oh, no! Oh, never mind. I just remember. Yeah, Faruzan is curious about the ending, so Faruzan is not a writer, right? I forgot about that.
And then? What happened next? Why doesn't anyone know about Tales of Shariar now?
Oh, it's hard to tell when it comes to trends. One day everyone likes stories like that, and the next day their tastes change completely.
Yep.
Instead of writing a proper ending, this great-great-grandmaster kept trying to extend the story.
And that is the worst. People will get bored, and yeah. Example like... You know what? I'm not going to say example. I'm scared that I'm going to get attacked.
To tap into popular trends, he added a lot of tropes. Then, starting from the 5th volume, the reviews started to go downhill.
Well, it's kind of obvious because, you know, no foreshadowing. The stuff in the previous part haven't been answered.
How could that be? Then what happened to Tales of Shariar in the end?
In the end, there's no ending. The great-great-grandmaster tried to write a few more volumes, following whatever trends were popular at the time, but the trends kept changing right as he published his books.
Oof.
He got so infuriated that he stopped writing altogether and focused on his research instead.
What? So there's no ending? The readers didn't care?
The writer don't even care.
By that time, only a very small number of people were reading Tales of Shariar. Anyway,
My master probably exaggerated. How could a work possibly have been that popular? The only tangible thing my great-great-grandmaster left is the original draft of Legend of Antara. He also left behind many theses from his research phase. When my master talked about Legend of Antara, he'd even quote from those theses. My master is a much better storyteller than me. Even when we're telling the same story about Antara, he's always able to draw in a huge crowd.
Aww.
But even he won't recite Tales of Shahryar due to its ever-changing writing style and its lack of an ending.
Is there a lack of an ending? I think ending is, never mind.
So, Antara's story is the one that lasted through the years.
Well, not even sages can definitively ascertain the quality of something like a story. In the end, only time can separate the classics from the fads.
Only time?
Madame Faruzan?
It's been 100 years. Perhaps some things I once believed to be great aren't so after all.
You know, I think you don't have to worry about that. The story is the decline might not have been due to changing trends. It doesn't matter if it's classic or a fad. What matters is that you like it.
Yeah! Master helped me find a lot of famous books at first, but in the end, I realized that I couldn't get into them.
So yeah, what matters in the end is always you need to enjoy it rather than forcing yourself to understand it.
No matter how good those stories are, I can't improve my skills if I can't bring myself to read them in the first place. I think the best books for me are the ones I like.
Yep. The problem here is not actually about improving your reading skill, but I suppose the principle is the same. So yeah, pretty much.
Huh. Indeed. That is true. Readers' interest in trends of a time are not things that are so easily predicted. What was popular 100 years ago could be completely forgotten in modern times. And yet, 100 years, as far as history is concerned, is but a blink of an eye.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's just literally new generation after that.
If Tales of Shahryar hadn't chased after trends and instead stuck to its original style from start to finish, it might have stood some chance of gaining renewed popularity. No, even if that didn't happen, at least it would be a work that was true to itself.
Yeah, but sadly, again, this is what went wrong. Trying to follow others. You have to stay and be yourself.
Huh? Our conversation just got a lot more serious.
It's alright, Coley. At least she's not down anymore.
I don't really get what you're talking about, but it does sound sensible. Looks like I also have to hang in there and tell Antara's story well.
Hey, we got 2 person is what is it called? We got 2 people is motivation up, so that's good. You should think about the present first. You should think about your income. This one give people damage. You should think about the present first.
How unseemly. I almost got carried away because of a single book. Well then, we should get back to the matter of our teaching material. It looks like we can't use Tales of Shahryar now.
How about the Legend of Antara then? You know, we got a right person here.
No, it's much too old.
Well, the book that Coley like.
Oh.
I forgot about you. I know I just say there's the right person. That's much too old. Oh, so this whole time I'm trying to tell old story. Well,
Kale, you found a book that you liked at the bookstall, yes?
Onibudo.
Yes, but I don't really...
Then we'll use that book as our teaching material. Now that I think about it, using a book that you like is the most suitable choice for teaching you how to read. As for the academia, as long as we come up with an appropriate course name, we should be able to get away with this.
I propose appreciation of popular literature, which is, well, in the end, it used literature. Perhaps analysis of popular literature might do the trick. Appreciation of popular analysis. I'm guessing appreciation? That sounds better.
My, It sounds like you've dealt with the academia before. Let's go with that.
Now it's pretty much from back then when I'm still high school.
Now then, let's return to the book vendor in a bit and buy the latest volume of this Onibudo for Kale. But if I wish to use it as teaching material, I have to read it first.
Huh?
Speaking of which, other than third eye of perception and illusory mirror, I also espy some unfamiliar phrases from the reader's messages at the back of the book. Such things as, even if it reminds me of my dark history, I still can't help but be drawn in by the story. And the author has written all the things that I only dare whisper into a tree hollow.
That is Kole. Wait, that is Kole. Who is the writer again?
Why do people use dark history to refer to awkward or embarrassing memories? Is this some slang that was invented in the last century?
Kole, how much damage is that?
If one of our learning objectives was researching linguistic changes over the past 100 years, it might make it easier to get these books approved as teaching material.
Oh, I can tell you what that's all about. Apparently, in their youth, some people used to imagine themselves as someone burdened by fate, fighting against the world, etc.
Etc. Good to know.
But as they grew older, they started to become embarrassed by such memories. Some would write those fantasies into novels, while others would entrust such tales to tree hollows.
Kole, are you good?
Mata? You know, I suddenly have the urge to hear a story about Antara.
Kole is too embarrassed. Like what Mata just say, yeah, embarrassed. Kole.
Huh? Why so suddenly?
I think we can just ignore the whole dark history thing. Just for now. It's good to reminiscence on an old tale in a while. You know, we have to save Kole here.
I knew it. There will always be people who love the golden oldies. Now, let me tell you all about the ancient hero, Antara.
Avatar, yes. Alright, so I'm guessing this is where we get the ending. Yup, the ending. Paching! Oh, in the end at least we got this. This picture is nice, alright. Stories of the past. Tales of the past remain radiant even now because we're running away.
Classic stories are timeless.
Yeah, sure. Alright, oh, you didn't say it, alright. Okay, that's one of the ending. There goes my true ending, which is in the end we got that ending. Okay, for the rest then, let's find the rest of the ending. Like I said, some of the story actually got a branching part that I already told you about. So all we need to do is just go through it. So without further ado, an academic problem. Let's go. So branching path time. Let's think of some way to get her to Party's DI. I'm guessing this one will go to the bottom path. Because if you choose this, there's another 2 option. So yeah, let's just choose the entirely different one. Let's think of some way to get her to Party's DI.
But if someone does complain to the academia, wouldn't it make Faruzan's situation more awkward?
It seems like she is fine on her own.
And if the academia investigated and found her at Party's DI, things would get even worse for her.
I mean, Tainari can protect her, right?
Do you have some way to invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the academia's toes?
why is it toes specifically? I do have making of an idea. I mean, we got Alharam, we got Sino, we are safe. Let's observe the situation first.
Okay then. I'm counting on you.
Alright.
Huh. I have to teach students from Haravatat or Okasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
Gotcha. If you press the bottom, you'll end up to the top. So you have to actually choose the one that you got an idea. Cause like, are you sure about this option kind of situation? The top one is yes, the bottom one is no.
I think I can sympathize with them.
Wondering sounds like it's wonder.
Madam Faruzan, we're back. Sorry for asking again, but Are you sure you can't go to Party's DI today?
Well, since you're asking me so sincerely, let's just ignore the academia and...
Please, Madame Faruzan, focus. Today's the deadline.
Oh, I see. Oh, it doesn't matter if you choose. Okay, since it seems the same, I thought it's the same. It's actually different. Actually, Canary wants to invite her over to discuss some research. Yep.
Huh?
Yes. I see. No wonder he sent you two over.
Good to know you catch it pretty quick. Yep.
Why, that lad didn't make it very clear in his letter, now did he? Otherwise, I would have reported it as part of my research.
Yeah, that's right. Master sent us over to explain everything to you.
Yep, this definitely sounds so confining, yes. What?
Wait.
Convincing.
Opportunities for collaborative research don't just come out of thin air. This seems like too much of a coincidence.
I mean, that's normal, right? It's like red light, green light, if, it keeps flickering, eventually both of them will flicker together.
Also, there isn't much overlap between Madame Faruzan's research and that of Amorta, right? What will you even be collaborating on?
Something.
Master wants to research,
A fully automated irrigation system.
Yep, that sounds convincing. I mean, that is indeed the thing, but still.
A fully automated irrigation system?
Yeah.
Precisely. It's a system that can automatically adjust the amount of water it provides based on the season and the plant species involved.
That sounds interesting.
I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a rune in the rainforest. That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
A mechanism like that exists? Why haven't I heard of it before?
Because it's a secret.
I found it 100 years ago, so it's only natural that you don't know about it. Why don't you go ask your teacher's teacher? Perhaps they've heard about it from their teacher.
Why don't you ask about your... Why don't you ask your teacher's teacher, alright? 2 generations away. Perhaps they have heard about it from their teacher. 3. Yeah.
But we can't prove its existence one way or the other, right?
Stop thinking like that. At this point, you're going to say Jesus is not real because Jesus is not in front of me. Just stay silent.
Fret not. I'll have Tainari write an official proposal to the academia later. That should do it, right?
An official proposal. Fine. We haven't made any progress with either the collaborative project or the elective course anyway.
Yeah. Haha, we win.
I'll go inform my superiors now. Please do take care of the paperwork as soon as possible. Don't delay this any longer.
Sure. I'll be sure to needle him until he gets it done.
The researcher leave. Clearly still having some doubt.
Phew. I think she bought it.
That was quick. Quick thinking back there. Doesn't sound convincing, though, not gonna lie, but still.
Even though this is our first meeting, I must say, we make a good team.
I like the way you look at me right now. I don't know why. Help.
Wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh? Madame Faruzan, did you really find an irrigation system 100 years ago? If the academia asks for any details...
Who knows? It's been 100 years, so it wouldn't be too surprising if I've forgotten a few details, no?
No. No. Since you didn't live 100 years, it's more like you disappear and appear. Yeah, tele speaking is like, what happened 100 years ago is like what happened yesterday for you. Actually, wait, no. For me, what happened yesterday, I already forgot. So, technically speaking, it's not that bad.
Huh? Then how will we explain things to them?
I'll let Tainari worry about whatever documents we might need to send to the academia.
Whoopsie, I accidentally give the problem to Tainari. Yeah.
If I'm right, the request he has in store for me won't be any simpler than the academia nonsense.
Well, What is a problem to her? I see. Okay. So wandering of a lonesome shadow. Okay, finally we get to Paris DI. The previous one, literally, I just want to be with Coley. But yeah, let's see this one.
Master, we're back! Huh? Where did he go?
You fall asleep.
You don't have to shout. I can hear you.
Well, you know, just in case.
Well, you got here much faster than I expected. I thought you'd have a lot more business to take care of.
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able to, pawn off various problems of mine onto others.
Yeah. Tainari, I'm pretty sure you need to ask who is the others at this point. Yikes.
On to others? What does that mean?
You will understand sooner or later. Yeah, you'll understand. Just I love this story.
We can discuss that later. You're looking for me because of the thing you mentioned in the letter, right?
That's right. Please, follow me.
Tainari is going to get mad. He is going to be mad after this story. I don't think he will like it. Also, since we are on Paris DI, it will be much more better if I collect some wood, so don't mind if I do. Alright. Either way, we're going inside Paris DI. Oh, actually, are we searching about the automatic, like the crab? Is the crab still here? It's nighttime. I'm guessing the crab should be activated, right? Yeah. Are we talking about that one? Oh wait, what happened to you? No! Oh. Wait, what happened? Karakata!
A monster? Why is there a monster here?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's for you guys that didn't know, it's a Tainari story quest. So go watch that before this. You can just Google it. I have it on my YouTube. Anyway, yeah, at that time Kole is not here, right? Kole is still. Wait, is Kole still sick at the time? I don't remember.
Don't be scared, Kale. This is the mechanical life form the Traveler and I saved a while back. Its name is Karkata.
Man, it feels so nice that we know that Karakata is still here.
It's the final work of a late junior of mine.
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself.
Oh no.
It's uncommon that a Spontamod researcher is able to create such an intricate machine. If he were still around, we could probably chat the day away. What a shame.
It's so sad. The story is so sad.
Something seems wrong here. Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look.
Is Karkata sick?
Karkata has been lying down like this since a few days ago. It could be an old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few courses conducted by Spontamod before, so I've managed to perform some passable repairs on Karkata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission. My knowledge can only prevent its condition from deteriorating any further, but Madame Faruzan, you should be able to find a way to repair it.
Yeah, since 100 years ago, yeah, that should be possible.
Not necessarily. Mechanical life forms are created using techniques from alchemy, elemental science, and more. There are multiple modules here that influence each other. A simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well.
I actually like the echo. The echo make it actually feels like we're inside a greenhouse.
Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little crab friend here.
Karkata.
Can you all go outside for a minute? I need a bit of space. Before I do a thorough check, everything we've just said is but conjecture.
All right. We're counting on you, Madame Faruzan.
I don't think it's going to be a simple, but won't it be funny if the story become, it's actually a simple problem?
Mechanical life forms are truly incredible.
Karakata may personally help you.
Who knew that I'd encounter a mechanical life form in this manner after 100 years?
Well, alright, so let's go outside.
I see everything. Hope you feel better soon, Karkata.
Ah, she's right about Karkata.
I didn't know mechanical life forms could get sick too. You have to get better soon, Karkata.
My name is Rick. So what? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll get better soon.
We'll wait here till Faruzan finishes her inspection. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about her.
Ah, I forgot to scan you, right. I also want to ask about her past. What actually exactly happened?
Her past, huh? Quite a few people in the academia know about what happened to her. Perhaps it'd be best if I'm the one to tell you.
Okay.
I've told you before that she disappeared for 100 years, right? From her perspective, trapped might be a more apt description.
Trap? Did she conduct something and trap inside something?
Her exact words were,
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruin, but there was no way out. I lost track of time and I ran out of pen and paper. In the end, I had to use stone shards to write on the walls and on the floor to decipher the code. Then, before I realized it, I ran out of space on the walls and floor. I had to calculate all the possibilities in my mind. After that, my memory started to become fuzzy, and my cognition slowed down.
she doesn't remember anything else, including the location of the ruin and how she finally managed to escape.
Have we actually go inside somewhere where the wall and the floor have a writing? Oh, that's going to be interesting. I need to remember this, because if I found that type of location, then we know Faruzan have been trapped there.
When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the same as she did 100 years prior. However, she was in a stupor and struggled to form sentences. Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak again.
So, she is hungry. No, wait, 100 years? Trapped somewhere for 100 years? I'm guessing the one that preserved her is the ruin? Or maybe it's between the ruin or... I don't know. Also, she is typing all over the wall as well, I just noticed. Wow, that's a lot. Trapped in a ruin. Did the ruin preserve her? Or is the ruin time machine?
The academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago.
That is interesting.
And because of the ruin's special properties that halted her aging, she was able to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had finally broken free, 100 years had passed. Everyone she knew, and everyone who knew her, was already gone. In the end, even the academia had to rely on century-old records in the Akasha to confirm her existence. Don't make that face. I'm not telling you this because I want to drum up sympathy. She wouldn't want others to pity her because of past events.
Yeah, judging by how is her personality, she definitely don't want to. Yeah.
Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experimental error. As a researcher, she must accept everything that results from her experiments, even if they don't fall within expectations. Even after going through so much, she's returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research.
That's good.
Due to changes over the years and drift in academic subjects, she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself. What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in, Faruzan is a true senior researcher in every sense of the word.
Well, 100 years, so yeah.
She has her own deep understanding of various ruins and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for your journey.
Does it? I see, alright, thank you.
Master, Madame Faruzan's done.
Oh? Let's head over. With any luck, she might have figured something out.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So she was trapped.
I never thought that I'd encounter a restitution module once again after 100 years. Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on this.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty curious on what actually happened, where is it located. And what will it do? I don't know if we have encountered it before. If we already encountered it, I don't remember. Because again, I just played the Hangout now. Or maybe this is for the future stuff that they are going to release. Because again, there is still 3.6. We still cannot max out the Arnara trees and also what is called Statue of the Seven. So I am curious.
If my guess is correct, this mechanical life form has displayed attempts at self-sustenance before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
Oh yeah, it has collected part before, yes. It, well, kinda attacked some passerbys because of that.
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
Yeah, the previous one is for the master.
I knew it. If I'm not wrong, Karkata's issue lies with its restitution module.
Restitution?
Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very similar to the principles as I know them. They are all based on principles learned from the ruins.
From the ruins. Wait, does that mean we are going to go there?
The creators of the ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life or even surpass it.
Oh, yeah, that one.
The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue.
Energy consumption? Maintenance?
Just for example, you need to eat to maintain your body, Collei, and that food become your energy to move. Easy.
For example, a living thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs. However, the bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be.
I think Collei will be more confused if you say that.
Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself, and even the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear, this is going to be a problem.
Wait, why is that?
Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Karkata. But like I just said, the module is rare, even by the standards of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research documentation available.
Oh, this is also banned, right?
Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in the vast desert, to say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. One can only wonder where Abatui found the original parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate about excavating the Great Red Sand. This was when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
You mean to say he found a restitution module in the desert? Well, that is indeed possible.
But the desert's huge! How are we supposed to find the parts that Karkata needs?
Oh. So we're actually going to the ruin where maybe Faruzan stuck in?
According to the Academia's records, no similar parts have been found in the Great Red Sand over the past 100 years. If we want to try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
So which one is it? The location that I have explored? Yeah, the better way to say this is, Traveler, have you go there yet? It's like, yes, I have. For Lumin will remember. For me, I don't remember at all.
I do know that a Vahumana researcher formed an expedition team after the sandstorms and earthquakes subsided. They are now exploring areas of the desert that used to be difficult to access.
And I'm the one that cleared that sandstorm.
Should we ask them if they've made any new discoveries lately?
The chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
What? What's the lead researcher's name? Where is the archaeology team currently stationed? That's not branching path.
His name is Raid. I think he's stationed at the northeast part of the Hypostyle Desert.
That's the same.
Let's go look for him once Karkata settles down.
Alright.
Oh, you and Kale should probably stay. Karkata's condition may be stable, but it would still be better if some of us stay to look after it.
Alright, I'll stay with Collei. Go, shoot.
Besides, you still need to take care of the trouble that the Academia left for me.
Wait, me? Didn't you throw it to Tighnari?
Trouble from the Academia? I thought you said you pawned it off to someone else. Wait, don't tell me.
Oh, you're talking about Tainari, so the one that's going to go is me and Faruzan. Alright, bye, have a great time!
I'll let Kale fill you in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
Oh, this is the ending? It wasn't. Alright, I thought it was the ending. Seems like it anyway.
Hey!
I hope Karkata will recover quickly.
Oh, I already read the heart. Alright, the heart is the same.
A fully automated irrigation system. That's quite the task.
Oh, Tainari seems like he can actually do it. Nice.
Master, can I help with anything at all? I can go buy things. Prepare pen and paper.
Oh, you know, I seem to remember that you have a lot of homework today.
Yeah, I feel like someone have a lot of homework today. Go, you can do it. I believe in you.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I do.
Well, hurry up and finish it so you can sleep early, or Faruzan will worry. That's the best thing you can do now to help.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Karkata is also cheering you up. Go, finish your homework. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Hope you feel better soon, Karkata.
Yeah, it's the same. Can we read Karkata? I don't think we can.
Everyone
Yeah, it's
hold
not
hands.
possible. Alright. So first thing first. I am not allowed to chop tree definitely with, somebody being here. Okay, we're actually going to the desert ruin. Oh, the Carosas, I guess? Alright, let's see. I thought we were going to go inside the ruin, but no, we are just finding a part. Are you?
Hey!
It may be too far, but if I get too close, it will trigger the thing. Well, you look like Karkata.
What is this?
A giant mechanical monster that can shoot rocket? I don't know.
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
We are not outsider, and she is a researcher from the academia.
That still won't do. Mr. Raid told us to keep people away from the ruins so they don't damage the site.
I'm the one that cleared the sandstorms, and I can wipe you as well.
Damage the site? I've excavated more ruins than you've visited restaurants. Which batch of students is Raid from? I want to see him right now.
And also, you need to thank me because I'm the one that cleared the sandstorms.
He isn't at the campsite now. You should all leave. Only he can give you permission to enter.
What a stubborn guy.
We cannot just waste our time here like this. Let's wait for the researcher to come back first. This is like a branching path. If we choose the top and Faruzan told us to wait, then it doesn't matter. But I don't want to wait.
You're right. Even if there is new information, we still have to wait for him to come back so we can ask him about it. So let's just see what we can find out from the people here. I'm going to give that Raid a good talking to when he gets back. Starting from who in the world mentored you?
Who in the world mentored you? Well, alright.
What do these people want? I'll let Mr. Raid deal with them.
I'm going to smack you in the head.
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
Yeah, alright. You are literally repeating that. Alright, stay silent. Oh, what happened?
Halt! Mr. Raid.
Oh, I cannot go up. I see. So we need to talk to other people. Oh, there's other people there.
Everyone hold
Yeah, I gotta
hands.
read that. That one's too far. Alright.
What do these people want? I'll let
I
Mr.
want
Raid
your
deal
blood
with
and
them.
soul. Ah. I didn't know that reach.
I see.
Could the rumors really be true?
What rumor? Tell me.
That machine looks amazing! Could it be the legendary Ruin Wanderer?
No, it's not. I have fight that a lot.
The location seems to fit too. Might that legend actually be true?
The legend is true, but the thing is not. I've finally done some homework. Good job! Hey, Cole also doing homework.
Hey!
So tired. I just want to go home.
Ah, I see.
The ruins. Don't know anything. We were only hired to deliver water and supplies to them.
Oh, I see.
Forget excavation. They won't even let us get close to the camp where they're staying.
Ah. Well, it doesn't matter. Either way, you got less problem to because of that.
I see.
They won't even let us go near the camp.
So it's the same.
This area used to be ravaged by frequent sandstorms, but it's been calm lately for some reason. They say that this was done by a single traveler? But seriously, is such a thing even humanly possible?
The fact that I said before this, yes, it's possible. Do you know who did it? It's me. You don't trust me? Doesn't matter. You can just believe what you want to believe. Actually, it doesn't matter. After asking around, Faruzan started to organize information.
Well, I found out everything I could. Is there anything that stands out to you?
The machine they speak of, the hired villager from our village, the sandstorm disappeared. Dispersing. This one is not stands out. That one is us. This machine they speak of. They hired villagers from our village. No, the machine they speak of.
Ruin Wanderer. That's the first time I've heard that name. But that wreckage did seem a bit weird.
What's so weird about it?
It's a bit far away, and I can't really say for sure from this distance. Perhaps we should ask the villager from before about the legend first.
Yeah. Wait, does the option matters? If you choose others, does that mean we just
What are you
ask
guys
them?
doing back here?
Well, we are not doing something back there, so we are back here. I don't know. I want to learn more about the legend of the Ruined Wanderer. So tell me.
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters. After all, it's a tale that's over a decade old.
I'm curious what happens if we say about, the dispersing sandstorm. It's like, yeah, it's weird. There's no way that, one traveler do this.
It's said that this monster, the Ruin Wanderer, traversed through various ruins for centuries. Many adventurers had claimed to see it while exploring. Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins. Then, about 10 years ago, we stopped hearing any news about it in Sumeru. No one has seen it since then, and the legend has since faded into memory. You youngsters probably don't know about the Ruin Wanderer nowadays, but it was famous for centuries.
I mean, 500 years ago can't real. So it's like, actually, no, that's too long. I don't know anymore.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Oh, right, Faruzan also 100 years. Right.
Wait, back then?
Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that secondhand from...
You heard that nonsense from the Eremites after they got drunk, right?
Oh, you're the person, hey.
Who are you?
Madam Faruzan, it is a pleasure. I'm Raid, the one who organized this archaeological expedition.
And you are in some trouble.
I'd heard of you at the academia, but I didn't expect to run into you here. Truly, it is an honor. And this must be the famous traveler, I presume. What brings the two of you here?
Have you found any special contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything noteworthy, even though we've been investigating for a while now.
Okay.
Really? That Ruin Wanderer isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes wish that those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossiping.
Ooh, you are like Faruzan.
You're right, sir. I'll get back to work now.
The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said. I believe that you too, Madam Faruzan, do not put any stock into such baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new discoveries. I believe this offer to be sufficiently attractive.
Super attractive since you helped, but he gained all of the credit.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be tired after a long journey. I'd feel bad if I set you to work immediately.
Something feel off.
It's getting late and my subordinates and I are heading back to the camp to rest. Why don't you find a place to spend the night first? We can continue our discussion tomorrow.
Wait, I just pay attention. I'm going to spend night with Faruzan. You know what? I'm not going to continue that sentence. Just forget it. Never mind.
There's a tent that the villagers occasionally use to rest. It's a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
Since you need to rest as well, let's do just that.
Alright. It is what it is. I wonder if you can actually fell this stuff. I don't think it's possible, but can you?
Why now, of all times?
Yup, I knew it. I knew something was off.
There's a tent that the villagers occasionally use to rest. Like I said, it's a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
If people are pretty smart like me, they will immediately know something is off. Or if they got Nahida like me. But some people thought that Nahida is not worthy to pull, and they are so wrong. Anyway, let's see. Can I still talk? I'm going to check if the stuff is the same. If it's the same, then we're just going to proceed to here. Everything that has something to do with academia is never right, aren't there?
This is quite far away. Are they trying to prevent the villagers from eavesdropping on them? This suits us just fine, though. This way, they won't overhear our conversations either. Now, I have my suspicions about this archaeological expedition team and that machine wreckage. I only caught a quick glimpse, and it was from a distance. But based on the condition of the armor and joints, it didn't seem like something that had been lying around for centuries. At most, I'd estimate that it only stopped moving about a dozen years ago.
A dozen years ago? What? Korea is 500 years ago collapsed, so... I mean, 500 before Korea. That is still too long.
Yes. The timing coincides with the spreading of the legend. Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer, how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good condition despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
Oh, the restitution module, right. We can get that.
That's right. Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
Excuse me, Tumbleweed. We are talking here. How dare you just pass our face, or my face even. It's like just vroom, 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 vroom. Okay, this happened on Dia, but it's a character in the game. This time it's Tumbleweed. Wow, that Tumbleweed. You've seen such life form before? I mean, you have encountered other beside Karakata?
Well, this was over 100 years ago. It was a machine about the same size as Karkata, actually. It couldn't carry heavy objects or fight, and was only able to help me record some notes.
I see.
It also helped me deliver letters home. I found it near the desert, which is why I wondered if there might be more restitution modules buried around here.
A mechanical life form from 100 years ago. Is it no longer around?
Honestly, people in ancient times might have already solved the problem of providing enough power for all I know. I'll need to research this properly.
Why didn't you go investigate earlier? Oh, because you noticed they are hiding something.
Had I confronted Raid right there and then, he would have said that he couldn't tell that the machine was special. Then he'd just hand it over to the Academia obediently. And he'd get away scot-free.
Oh.
If the wreckage were to be handed to the Academia, it'd be much tougher for us to do research on it or get spare parts for Karkata.
Oh, that's nice observation. Yeah, I guess she is not wrong since... Yeah, well, Riot will not be happy because, you know, have to do that, but still.
Anyway, we should figure out what they're planning before making our next move.
Okay.
They insisted that we should stay the night, which means if they're trying to pull a fast one on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be vigilant.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will try to do that. As night goes on, you hear a faint sound.
Are those sounds coming from the excavation site? I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must be scared that we might discover something tomorrow.
They literally are trying to make a move here.
Not a single person guarding the campsite. This must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me stall them if it comes to that, would you?
Alright, no problem.
All right. I'm counting on you.
Alright, so if I stall them by killing them, that should be A. Okay, right. Also, where's Faruzan? Where's Faruzan? On your side, I can. Which is thy cam? Because again, we need to read thy heart. We need the heart. Guess that's not possible. Oh no, the cam is below. Wait. Okay, wait, what? The cam? Oh, nope, nope. You are from the open world. Never mind, just kidding. Just kidding. I know where's Faruzan. Oh well. Okay, let's see.
Everyone hold hands.
Why now of all times?
There are two people that I haven't read yet, and I'm trying my best not to.
I see everything.
Oh, so it's not readable, I see.
What do these people want?
Why isn't the tent here yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the first time we're delivering such a huge one.
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you? We wouldn't have to deal with these interlopers if you had kept those lips of yours from flapping.
Oh, I see.
Hurry up and hide our current tent and deliver the new one to me tonight, no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
It's me! The one that dispersed the desert.
I'm sorry. I'm just a bit upset because my subordinates aren't doing their jobs properly. When did you get here?
When you start complaining. What's the 10 you mentioned, if I might ask? What is this delivery I heard you were saying about and having trouble with?
It's nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents from the last campsite. Some of them, along with a few people, have been left there.
And why do you need to, switch it out from this one?
Someone damaged our current tent, so I'm trying to get my subordinates to get one from that previous campsite delivered here.
And you're discussing that over here because...
The relics in the ruins are highly valuable, so I'm worried that treasure hoarders and bandits might try to steal them. Since the tent isn't here yet and I can't fall asleep, I came here to patrol.
There are people who steal these relics?
Well, these things are antiques after all. There will always be people interested in buying them.
Yes.
I hired so many people precisely because I was worried about that happening.
Yep, definitely, yep. Believable.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask, is the Academia really aware that you've traversed through the desert to come here in the middle of the night?
Yes, it is. Also, again, I'm a traveler, so, without the Academia knowing, I'll still be here to put you down.
Also, where's Faruzan? Why isn't she with you?
Both of us have fevers too long. She is kind of tired, so she's sleeping. If you want to check her, feel free. That way, if you say that, I believe Riot will not check.
I'm right here. Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Oh my, I forgot about that as well. Luckily, I didn't talk about her. Alright.
Sorry, Madam Faruzan.
You were all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on. But for some reason, that one task took forever, so I came to check in on the situation.
This Miko version is sad. Yes, it is indeed.
I'm very sorry for disturbing your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Let's head back.
I'm guessing she found something. Alright, we're heading back already. Okay.
Yes. We came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
Okay, Frozen found something interesting. Wait, it's activating. Was I mistaken? Wait, I think I just saw a light. No, I didn't. That's just purely for the story. Let's see.
Hey!
Why now of all times?
Because it's not later.
Sorry for disturbing your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter in the future.
Yes, of course. Definitely, yep. Yep. Okay, let's see what did she found from the camp before.
Thanks for dealing with them.
You're welcome.
Now, I found something good on my end. These are the excavation records from their campsite.
Oh, you just took it.
According to them, the ruins have been raided before, with numerous traps and contraptions having already been triggered.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
I also observed the wreckage up close earlier. The weathering is nowhere near as extensive as on the relics that have been buried for over 100 years. There's no doubt that the wreckage and the ruins don't belong to the same era. Instead, it must have wandered into the ruins about a dozen years ago. It could have fallen into a trap or encountered a glitch within the ruins, remaining stationary like that until it was discovered recently. However, I still don't know why they'd want to hide it. I have no doubt that the researcher could definitely reach the same conclusion I did. The last few pages of the excavation records are written in code, which I still need time to decipher. The answer may lie within those pages.
Since we already know about she decipher for 100 years, she deciphers something inside a ruin so she can get out. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. But again, you can decipher a code message?
It's just wordplay. And if anything, that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah, again, 100 years to decipher something. At that point, it's your wheelhouse. Why wheel? Why it's not like... Either way, it's the same.
Just a bit more. Ah, I see now.
Help! Please help!
Well, I did see the light goes on.
Why are you running away? Come back! Protect me!
Screaming doesn't help. You need to run faster.
What's that sound? Is it?
It's time to have a Faruzan trial.
The Ruin Wanderer? Reactivated? That's impossible! Is this the work of some kind of hidden mechanism? Never mind. We have to focus on saving lives first. I'll cover them. You go stall the Ruin Wanderer.
Alright, sure. Why does it have to be me? Wait. Ignore me. I don't want to stand in front. I'm going to get stabbed on. So, what happened?
What? It ignored the Traveler?
Yeah. Thank you for noticing that. Ouch.
Why is it chasing after us?
Can we use Faruzan as a human shield instead? You don't like her that much, huh?
What could have caused it to reactivate? And to give chase?
I'm too lazy to chase.
Darn it! Hey, come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
It deactivated? What is happening?
It stopped?
Hey, you guys, get up there and tell me what's going on!
But what if it suddenly moves?
You good-for-nothings! Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself. Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair. When it first reactivated, I was wondering if it'd be as amazing as the legends had pegged it to be. I didn't expect it to be so much weaker than it looks. How disappointing.
Oh, right, want to use the power to do something. That's bad. Also, when it first reactivated. So this is not the first time.
Disappointing, you say? Now, is that because you won't be able to sell it for much?
Oh, I see. Sell.
Faruzan, you may be my senior as an academia researcher, but that doesn't mean you get to slander me.
I'm pretty sure that's not slander.
You wrote these excavation records, did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
I don't recognize that thing.
Your tone of voice sounds different.
January 3rd. Excavated 5 tents.
Yes, 5 and 10.
January 5th. 3 tents sold. January 10th. 1 special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent.
So 10 is your code name for relics. I see. So when Oh, when you're saying switching it away, you are talking about this one to be switched out.
You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics and profiting from it.
Oh, I see. So they sell and then buy the fake one and then replace it.
When you believed that you had found the wreckage of the Ruin Wanderer, you tried to switch in wreckage that you had excavated previously to pull the wool over the Academia's eyes. After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could investigate the wreckage. In your haste, however, you accidentally activated the Ruin Wanderer instead. Did I get that all right?
Oh, I accidentally activated. So that what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of knowledge, nor do you have respect for mechanical life forms. You're not fit to be a researcher.
So you lack of justice and truth.
Ridiculous. Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Is that it? That's easy. I thought we were going to fight. You don't want to fight? Come on. I'm pretty sure you want to put your life at stake now.
Mr. Aid!
Behind you?
Good morning. How are you? Wow. I'm going to bite you. I'm going to bite your ankle now.
Ah! Ah!
Nice, that settled it.
Why is it moving again? Run!
Going to Fouth. Frozen, watch out!
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
So, you are the creator?
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time?
Yeah, that's obvious. Is it because Frozen deciphered the theme? Oh. Okay. Oh, wait. Is it? I'm guessing from the story, it's like this is the controller of this big thing, aka this was inside. And then now it's like, you know, after the big stuff is, you know, not powered enough, so the small stuff get away or get out to meet the thing.
Long time no see, Tamimi.
The what? See. The what now? Mimi!
Everyone hold hands!
Wait! Yeah, so you actually know this. Who and the what now? Tell me, you don't know that? Oh wait. There are a lot of stuff here. Is this? Off corrected note. I told you not to. Now, look. So many people worried. Even Tamim. The messy scribbling has pretty repeatedly cancelled and edited, leaving barely legible phrases and a single neat message at the back. Hurry up and come home for a meal. Your mom always makes an extra portion of food, you know. Wait! Is Tamimi's... Oh, it's like... Is it like a machine that their family make to search for Faruzan, that kind of stuff? So have been searching for Faruzan to come home. Maybe this is childhood friend, something like that, I don't know. Yellow noted. Tamimi's remodeling is going smoothly. As it is now, it can learn how to deal with various dangerous situations in the ruins on its own. I wish you could see it with your own eyes. As I work, I kept thinking that you'd do a better job at this than I could. After all, you're the most exceptional student I've ever met. Oh no, it's from the mother, it's from the teacher. Neatly penned note. Dear Madam Faruzan, the note and manuscript we found on Tamimi have been transcribed and organized, and every one of them has been marked with your name. I hope that even after 100 years, future generation of students will still remember your name. Oh, so 100 years ago they thought Frozen is is no more. Oh, I see. To you in 100 years, so it's like a time capsule. Ah, interesting.
Dear Faruzan, I hope you're doing well. It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead.
I don't want to say that word, but in the end they use it.
But somehow, I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, I likely won't be able to welcome you home when you do. I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea to remodel Tamimi so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you.
Oh, that is so sad now.
I don't know the answer to that question, but if you ever read this letter, I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home.
Found? What?
I regret not being able to say this to you myself, but I'll still feel sincerely happy for you, my dear daughter.
So it is mother. Ah, it's mother and teacher at the same time.
Welcome home, Faruzan.
I can't, this is so sad.
Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this time.
Wait, so how are we going to get the... Because Tamimi is important to Faruzan, and there's no way we are getting the receipt something.
I've safely received the letters. Your work is done now. You can sleep.
It's so sad. I see. Oh, this is so sad. You can hear from Faruzan's voice. Also, I see Tamimi have worked so hard, and as you can see from all of those, activating before, Tamimi is having a hard time activated. But since Tamimi noticed Faruzan is here, Tamimi is trying the best to make Faruzan know about Tamimi's existence. So that's why Tamimi keep trying to activate. But as you can see, it keeps shutting down. And so rather than pushing thyself much more hard, we will use the part for better use. Ah, this is so sad. You understand what I mean. I'm pretty sure I explained that in the wrong sentence, but still. Yeah, it can only hold for a little bit longer. It's better if we use some of the part for, Karakata rather than... Well, either way, it's not going to be much worth anymore. Or not that much activate. You know what I mean? That's...
Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home. When I met with that accident, it was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again.
Oh, after taking a note, Tamimi actually left, and then Frozen got trapped at the same time.
I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. 1 decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be incapable of even moving heavy objects, became the Ruin Wanderer. All so it could deliver these last letters from them to me.
4 letters. Yeah, we read 3 below it and 1 more from Faruzan. Also, I forgot, yeah, you can get 3 achievements from Hangout event as well. 1 clearing every single ending, 1 is from here, and 1 is challenge, I think. Yeah. Even though they had all passed on, they still prayed for your safe return.
The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right?
Mimi?
Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity. It has been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades.
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, too much pushing limit. Now this is the limit, so cannot go more.
Just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence. And then it mustered up everything it had to deliver that last letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace.
Oh, that is so sad. Ah.
Tainari told you what happened to me, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia. Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result. However, finding out that so many people were affected by my failure does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardis DI first? We've been here for a while, and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry. As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer.
Oh, my heart. I cannot handle this. Why? Why this is have to be this way? Why? Faruzan heads hangs low in silence. The desert breath gales of wind, and the only sounds that can be heard is the scattering rise of spreading rains. Finally reunite with the one that knows her, but that is pretty much like a last breath. No. Okay, find Tainari. We don't need to find, we just need to talk to. Which make me have to find. Okay, it's the same. Where is it? Oh, they're still here. Are you guys worried about me? Let's see.
I hope Karkata will
Nope, they
recover
worry about
quickly.
Karkata more, so it doesn't matter.
You're back!
How was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Faruzan?
Incident happened. If you say incident happened, they will think Madame Faruzan is gone. But that's not what incident we are talking about. Keep telling Mimi a secret. Tell the whole story. Tell the whole truth. I don't think it matters. Either way, Frozen will say it. So let's just tell the whole truth. Because again, Tainari's trust in us, believe us. So it's better to keep that bomb. Yeah, so that happened.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago. But...
Yeah, this is the sad part. Here we go.
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, a student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here.
Yeah, I agree. You can actually just change that into, but I'm dying over here. Yeah, let's wait here.
And in the future, I hope that we can be here to support her as her new friends.
Yeah, because again, she lost everything. 100 years, that is pretty much everyone is gone. Except, well, mechanical, but again, they got limit. This is so sad. Why? Keep it together! Karagala! Not you too! Wait until one day later. Am I actually staying the night here? Alright, I'm staying the night here. Okay. Karagala stays safe. I'm going to sleep here since there's no bed. Alright, it's time to sleep. Enter Party's DI. I am already inside though. Okay. I don't see anybody, so I'm guessing... Okay, I thought that. Alright.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
Yeah, I know Frozen try her best. Because, like, no, don't show sad. But still, we as a friend.
We've all been waiting for you, Madame Faruzan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape.
I know Faruzan will look at us and like, are you worried about me? Don't think about it. Again, Faruzan, that is Faruzan, his friend, helper, and everything like that. Faruzan have to take piece by piece. We don't know how Faruzan... Faruzan's probably crying while, you know, doing the stuff. Yeah, so it's like... This
Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more.
Madame Faruzan, did these parts come from...
Kalei is a good girl.
Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it looks like you already know everything, but no need to feel bad. Like I said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures. Tamimi had been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable to repair it with my current abilities. Not even with these parts. It would thus be much better to use them to extend Karkata's lifespan.
Yeah, that is the logical thinking, but again, motion.
As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers and machines.
I'm not a machine. No. It's like you don't... it's like I am so sorry for your state or something like that.
Besides, I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Karkata temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research.
Yeah, right. That's just a lie. But yeah, we know what it means.
I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient civilization.
All right. I'll do my best to help.
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
I'll help too, yes.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better.
Yep. Other than I mess up and make it explode, there's no way we need to worry about other stuff.
And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.
Why do you have to hit me like this? Why? Just why? And then that's the ending. Oh, that actually look awesome. I like those pictures. New friends, a new life, and a new beginning. Ah, that looks so awesome. Dang. Oh, that's the second ending. There you go. We have fixed our beloved friend. Yeah, back activated. Yeah, I think the nighttime he will be outside. In the morning time he will be inside. Oh no, it's backward. Either way, that's the case. Anyway, that is the second ending. We are going for the other three. All of the endings so far is so good. And yeah, branching path like said. So let's see this one. This time, I think we're not going to tell the truth, is it? Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, don't tell the truth. And let's see how it became.
You're back!
I'm back! Alright, let me skip through it. There you go. I knew this is a branching path. Keep Tamimi a secret. People will be happy, but we are here.
So Madame Faruzan has some other things to settle. All right. And to think that Raid was doing all of those things on the sly. It's good that you all got out of that situation in one piece.
Oh wait, so you do know.
Madame Faruzan will be able to repair Karkata when she gets back, won't she?
Yeah, she will. Currently, only Faruzan and I know about Tamimi. I should let Faruzan decide whether to tell the others about Tamimi or not, rather than me just, having a Mouth to tell everything. Yeah, about that. In my defense, like I said, trust is trust. I didn't just say secret out loud, believe me.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
Madam Faruzan, we're over here.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape.
So this is a relic of an ancient civilization? Unbelievable. Thankfully, it didn't end up in Raid's unscrupulous hands.
An entirely different scenario.
Unscrupulous, huh? Sounds like you already told them what happened.
I told them about Raid. Not everything. I told them about the archaeology team. Yeah, it's the same.
Is that so? Thank you. We will talk about everything else later.
Yeah, it's better if we bring up the stuff first, rather than Frozen the one that bring the stuff herself. But still, because if Frozen's the one that bringing all of those stuff up, it's sadder.
It's nothing. I've already given all the evidence we have against Raid to the Academia. They're going to be very busy. Too busy to bother us, I'd wager. I'll start repairing Karkata then. Kale, can you help me out?
Of course!
After some repairs, Karkata spring back to life. But again, we're not done since there's something we need to discuss.
Will I be able to take Karkata with me on patrol duty in the future?
Yes you can.
Madame Faruzan seems to have a lot on her mind. Now's probably not the time to pry.
Yeah, Tyler is definitely no boy.
It looks fine, but even so, it needs to properly rest up.
Nice. Alright. Please don't say anything about thank you for not telling them the entire truth. I'm going to feel so bad if you say thank you for not telling everything and keeping Tamimi a secret.
You're here.
I forgot to read your heart.
Thank you for keeping Tamimi a secret.
Yeah, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty. No, I feel so guilty. Gosh darn it. I'll be right back after this commercial break. Let's just forget everything happened in the past. I got back in time. And you don't plan on telling them?
If I tell them about Tamimi, will they still feel happy for Karkata? Even if we could convince them to accept the components, they'll probably still feel bad about it.
You're not wrong. But on the other timeline, they accept it, I think. Yep.
I don't want my past to affect people in the present. That applies to both me and other people.
I hate that I already... the fact that I stayed all of those out, because I know Faruzan will say it. What is the coincidence? You don't have to shoulder all this alone. You got me. Maybe you'll feel better if you share it with the rest.
It's fine. I'm used to this.
Don't get used to this type of stuff.
I once believed that I'd never hear from my old friends and family ever again. Even their faces are getting hazier in my memories. However, I could remember them clearly again after reading the letter Tamimi handed to me and learning that they'd never given up on me. That's more than enough. I'd be disappointing them if I let myself fall into a slump because of this. Neither my teacher nor my mother would have wanted to see me like that.
I see. Just to put it out there, you got me. This one actually feels much more like a Frozen hangout date event. Because the other one, the first ending, well, become my true ending now. That's more like Collei Frozen hangout.
Besides, you're lending a listening ear to me now, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I definitely didn't come from different time.
Oh, Pardius GI looks pretty scenic at night. Will you take a stroll with me?
I really wish this is my ending. It will be my pleasure.
Once Karkata's condition stabilizes, I'll find a chance to tell Tainari and Kale about all that. But for now, just help me keep this secret.
Well, that's a problem. You got it! I can keep a secret, yep.
Thank you. Whether it's 100 years ago or now, I have people who worry about me. I suppose I should consider myself quite fortunate. The only time when I felt otherwise was when I had just returned to Sumeru. No one came to check up on me then.
Welcome home, Faruzan.
Yeah, I'm home.
Okay, nasay, Faruzan. Oh, we didn't call her Madam. Oh! This is the ending that I want! Can I change my true ending? Technically speaking, the third is the lucky charm, right? I can just change my ending to that one. Where once she was adrift on the sea of time, she has found her home shores once again.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together.
You don't need to.
2 heads are better
Alright,
than one.
I'm going to repeat that one just to read Frozen is Hard, and then we're going to move to the next ending. I hope people can trust me still.
Everyone hold hands.
Oh, she does still think about it. Alright. Okay, with that then, let's change our route now. She didn't say anything, but she sighed. That is still something. Alright, let's go here. Let's change the... Or let's go to the middle path. I believe the middle path is the top one. So let's go. Again, the middle path is let's help her resolve her current problem first.
Yeah, that would be the best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with. But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons.
Okay, I can stay and help Frozen.
Huh? Oh yes! This way she can get her problem sorted out quickly, and then she can go see Master. So if I also stay and help... that still sounds kinda scary.
Okay, let's observe the situation first.
Okay then. I'm counting on you.
Gotcha. Alright, the changing path is, I think when we talk...
I have
Which
to
one
teach
is it again?
students from Haravatat.
Okay, I'm going to skip through it because this is too much,
I
right?
think I can sympathize with them.
Alright, that is the option that you need to choose, which is the top one. Other than that, it doesn't matter. There you go, I'm pretty sure this is the one. Let's hear what this Ksharuwar collaborative project is about.
I don't know if Tainari's told you about this before, but while my research involves learning about ruins and the mechanisms within them, I don't belong to Ksharuwar, which specializes in researching mechanisms, nor am I in Spontamod, which specializes in researching energy flow. Instead, I'm part of Haravatat, which specializes in languages and scripts.
Oh, I see. So with that then, there you go, you have got into the middle path. Alright, he only said that you are a very senior researcher in the field of mechanism. Also, you don't belong to Ksharuwar or Spantamon. Oh.
She has been invited to Ksharuwar multiple times to continue her research, but she's rejected them each time.
Which we already learned about that, and yeah.
Just listen to how they introduce themselves. In the future, Ksharuwar will be the only Darshan with the ability to research mechanisms. There's no such thing as exclusivity in knowledge.
I see. Okay, gotcha. You don't want only one Darshan.
Besides, the current Ksharuwar is more concerned about how mechanisms can be used in everyday life, while my research involves textual analysis of ruins. If they're trying to use the collaborative project as an excuse to have me reconsider again...
No, that's not it. The request this time is from Akara Crafts. The representative of Ksharuwar recommended you to them, Madame Faruzan. In truth, she told me that it's because she respects you a lot.
Oh, respect? Oh, my.
Okay, Frozen. Alright, you got Frozen by saying that? Really?
Putting aside my ideological differences with Ksharuwar, I suppose I must acknowledge this attitude of theirs. At the very least, they're bounds above those decrepit Haravatat fools.
Just a simple respect word. Okay, it won't hurt to hear them out.
Yeah, Akara Crafts is a pretty nice shop.
Since both of you feel as such, I shall first hear this proposal.
In summary, Akara Crafts wants to design a series of early learning toys that will cultivate curiosity and learning in children.
Early learning toys. Interesting.
So I'm guessing like puzzle stuff?
The academia agreed to work with them because they hope that these toys can help children become excellent researchers in the future.
True. The current academia is in need of some new blood. If the children start learning now, perhaps I can find some talented students in a few years.
Madam Faruzan, you still haven't found any students?
Anise, Kasharawar's representative, should be staying in the inn at Port Ormos. If you want more details, you can find her there.
Did we just skip Cole's question?
Port Ormos? Now there's a place I haven't been to in a long time. I wonder how much it's changed.
I probably can't join you since Port Ormos is a little far from here. I should probably go back and report to Master, and then review today's homework.
Oh yeah, Cole got homework. I forgot. Yeah, when we do other story quests, this is what interesting about the hangout. If you go other path, you'll know further. If you do the other one, you'll get slightly of the stuff from the other stuff, which is about the homework. So that's still interesting.
No worries. Go do your homework, Kale. Once I'm done with everything here, I'll head over to Pardistii.
Alright, I'll take you there. I can help out.
Thank you. Why, I'd even call this a rare chance for a curious researcher like myself to observe the legendary traveler up close.
But still, you didn't come. I got 2 5 stars. And 0 4 stars. Well, not 0 4 stars, it's 0 Faruzan. So how is it? I help you.
How did I end up getting myself into this?
I have no idea. You need to tell me.
Archon be praised. I can finally send a report to my superiors. Thank you so much.
How long have you... Nadwa, how long have you suffered?
I have no idea how we might have persuaded her otherwise.
The Archon is here now. Bow down. Yes. Oh, alright. We help that person. Because of the previous ending, I still feel a little bit sad, so that is a problem. Okay, let's see.
Madam Faruzan! Oh, it's really you. Did you change your mind?
No, she didn't. She just want to hear a little bit.
All right, calm down. Let me be clear. I'm still not all that interested in Kasharawar. I'm just here to see how the project is going. After all, you're here as representatives of the academia in this collaboration. The reputation of all research is at stake here, so I will not simply stand by should mistakes get made.
The fact that we know the previous ending and this music is playing, it feels entirely different.
Either way, it's good that you were willing to come.
Again, the best ending is definitely the one that I got. The previous one, the third one. And yeah, if you didn't get an ending, just to put it out there, or if you say that's not the best ending, just to put it out there, you are a bad person. Why? Because, again, Faruzan after 100 years finally found out about, you know, what happened in the past. Like, did they actually just forget about her? Or did they actually still think about her till today? So, yeah.
Now, we've given Akara Crafts many ideas over the past couple of days. However, their owner thinks that our designs are too complicated, which will drive production costs too far up.
That's expected. Students who have never had to deal with budgetary constraints probably don't understand how important it is to keep costs low. How enviable.
By any chance, has it been very difficult for you, you know, to get funding for your research?
If you join the Kasharawar, your budget will be as big as you want it to be. I guarantee it.
And what happened if it didn't be like that? Will you budget the budget?
That's enough. I will not repeat myself. Take me to Akara Crafts owner first, if you please.
All right. He's usually at the slope up ahead recruiting volunteers to test out his toys. Let's just head over.
Yes, test out his toys. But of course. Alright, so it's... what is it? It's below that. Why do I have to go there? Why do you have to put it so far away? Oh, Akara Craft, right. When the first time Sumeru got released, you got this event. It's the statue, the one that want to create Arnar's statue, right.
Oh, surely the kids will like this one.
Yeah, they create some kind of... Can I show it? I think I still have it. Let's see. Okay, I found it. It's a prototype Arnara. But yeah, back in the day when Sumeru just got released, we got an event about Kole, and you also get a free Kole from this event. And yeah, you also get a prototype Arnara.
Momdu, the one I recommended is here.
Finally, she is here.
Oh, so you're, Madam Faruzan?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, wonderful. We haven't been able to make any progress on our collaboration recently. We've made many suggestions, but Miss Anis thought that those ideas were too simple and wouldn't be effective in training the mind.
These early learning toys are meant to help the academia train future researchers, after all. If they're too simple, then how are they any different from regular toys?
But if they're too complicated, not only will they be expensive to produce considering our production capabilities, but they won't have much broad appeal to Sumeru's children either.
I have a headache, so can we get this done with?
So the design can't be too complicated, but it can't be too easy to play with either.
How about jigsaw puzzle? How about Rubik's Cube? Easy.
I remember that in your notes, many contraptions have managed to fulfill complex functions despite using simple parts. Maybe we can do something similar with these early learning toys.
The contraptions in my notes? I didn't create those. I simply took the contraptions in the ruins apart and analyzed them. But now that you mention it, the ruins did have things like that. Do you have a pen, paper, and scissors? I'll make a paper prototype.
You have an idea already? I suppose I should have expected as much of a respected academia senior researcher. We do have those. Yes, please, help yourself.
Faruzan start to sketch and cut.
Oh, you're done already?
Oh. Make all of them is the same. Make all of them the same height. Wait, is it like that? Well, I forgot how do you do this again? But I see, I understand this. I don't know how to explain it.
Let me explain. These 3 thick lines represent 3 poles.
And the one that inside the pole is a ring of some kind.
These paper strips of varying lengths represent rings of different sizes. They can be slotted onto the poles and stacked up like a tower.
Well, that is easier to make than I expected. So, how is this game played?
That's very simple as well. You just need to shift the tower from this pole to another pole.
Isn't this a little too simple? Even by the standards of an early learning toy, I mean.
I don't know, how about you become a children and you see it for yourself?
Of course, when moving each ring, the paper strips in this case, you must follow one rule. You can only move one ring at a time, and you can't place a bigger ring on top of a smaller one.
There you go. The rules.
It's like building a tower. The rings in the 3 poles must be stacked from big to small. I named this toy Pagoda Stack.
Sure, yes. Yeah, definitely Frozen the one come with the name.
Pagoda Stack.
Might as well just Rubik's Cube, you know?
That sounds way too simple. Even I feel like it's missing something.
Give it a try and you'll find out if it's simple or not. I heard from Anis that you find volunteers to try out the toys, right? Why don't we do the same for this game?
It's not that easy. It sounds simple, but it's not that easy.
It's such a simple toy. There's no need to...
Mamdu, let's just do as she says.
Okay, then.
Mario gathered the nearby volunteer over and Frozen explained the rules.
And that's how you play this game. You can all give it a try. Let's see who's able to move the tower to another pole in the smallest number of steps.
You called everyone here for such a simple toy?
Yeah, alright, little brat. Try it first.
It doesn't look like it'll take that many steps.
Yeah, alright, you look cute, but yeah, your voice actor make you sound like a brat.
Come on, we all promised to help Mr. Mamdu test out the new toys. He said he'd give us new Genius Invocation TCG cards.
I'm about to call you a good. From all of them, I'm about to call you a good kid. But I think you might as well be the worst. So they were lured in by the promise of a different toy. You are the worst. Why did you book? I'm not going to say anything.
Ugh, fine. Let's get this over and done with so we can head back and play cards.
Bruh. The children start to play with pagoda stacks.
Done! It took me 19 steps.
19.
Huh? It took me over 20 steps.
20.
I only needed 18 steps.
18. Do you know how... do you know the smallest steps you need?
Not bad. Looks like you're all familiar with the rules now. Then let's increase the difficulty. The next tower will be 5 layers tall. Now then, give it a shot.
It's getting longer and longer. I mean higher.
Wait,
there's more?
Yes.
Well, since we're already here, why don't we just give it a try?
An extra layer shouldn't make it that much harder, right?
No. It's like breaking a brick. The thicker it is, the hardest. Hardest? Harder. And they're having a hard time.
What's going on? I've already moved over 30 steps, but I'm still not done yet.
I'm almost done. Looks like I'm the faster one this time.
Done! It took me 35 steps.
What? How?
This pagoda stack toy is pretty fun to play with.
And that's so simple, remember?
Good. We'll try it one final time. This time, we'll add 2 more layers, making 7 layers in total.
And this one, nobody can actually do it. Yeah, this is too hard.
Momdu, we've still got quite a few paper strips here. Why don't you give this a go as well?
Do you need that many steps for something this simple? Let me try.
Please don't be the one that got the most step.
Madam Faruzan, allow me to try it as well.
Alright, there you go.
You were looking at it quite seriously just now. Are you starting to understand the principles involved?
There you go, and that's how the toy becomes fun and people want to play with, and also simple.
I think so.
If you want to test out your hypothesis, you'll just have to play and find out.
Got it.
We don't have enough paper strips left for you, Traveler. However, by the looks of things, you seem to have the game figured out.
In my era, in my reality, in my world, in my galaxy, this already exists. Somewhat, just about.
Why don't you guess what the lowest number of steps needed to solve a 7-layer pagoda stack is?
The lower number... Wait, I don't remember. There is actually the answer. Well, let me think about it for 5 seconds. Actually, no. Give me 1 minute. Fastest pagoda stacks. I'm not googling. You are. Stacks 7 layers. Yes. 127. It's 127!
Oh, color me impressed. You figured it out so quickly.
I told you it's already in my world. I already know about it. I definitely didn't Google about it. Yep. Easy.
Let's see how well they do then.
200 steps, I guess, after some time.
If I move this small ring, then the big one won't be able to go on top of it. Oh, this is going to take more steps than I expected.
I've lost count of how many steps I've taken. Can I restart?
Nope.
This got a lot harder.
And you guys say it's too simple.
I solved it. Madam Faruzan, it takes 127 steps in total.
Oh, the lowest. You are smart.
That many? But there are only 7 layers.
For every extra layer in the pagoda stack, the move order you need to consider becomes much more complex, and the number of steps required will at least double.
Am I right? I know that. Yep, definitely.
More accurately, it will require double the steps, plus 1 each time. You did well. You didn't underestimate the principles behind it just because it's an early learning toy. The complexity of any given contraption isn't determined by the number of parts it has. The way the parts interact and the rules behind how it operates are important too.
Oh, I see. No wonder you emphasized in your notes that no contraption should ever be underestimated.
I see. So even a simple toy can become complex with the right set of rules.
That's right. The rules used for Pagoda Stack are the simplest kind when it comes to ancient contraption-making techniques. I could spend some time picking out all those machines that do something similar and write you a reference book. Once that happens, you can give the volunteers the reference book and paper prototypes and find out which toy is the most popular.
With that being said, don't underestimate it because it's look easy. Because it is not easy.
Do you have any other toys?
Now your interest.
Yeah, when can we play with them?
Well, that's a problem.
In about 2 days or so, I think. Anise, if you're free, can you help me with the illustrations for the reference book?
Aha!
Of course. I'd be honored.
2 days should be enough for us to find more volunteers. Then we can organize a huge conference here, at which we can announce which toy we'll be making.
Should I come back in 2 days then?
You'd be most welcome. We need more people to get a healthy range of opinions. The more, the merrier.
I see. Imagine Memdo, how do I pronounce your name? The point is, imagine this person just say, no, we don't need you, we only need Frozen. That will hurt.
Thank you for coming here with me today. I'll walk back with you.
Aw, thank you. Thank you. Mechanic from beginner. Yeah, see, it's easy. 127. Imagine Googling that. Well, I cannot imagine that.
We need to wait 2 whole days before we get the new toys?
It might just be all reference stuff. It'll be a long time before we can play with the real toys.
Alright, calm down.
Guess all we can do is play Genius Invocation TCG in the meantime.
Are they putting it out like the next update preview is in 1 month? There's nothing we can do, the event is done, no more Primal Jam. I guess all we can do is play Genius Invocation TCG. Is that what are they trying to say? Is it the special announcement is at that time, this and that? Bruh.
Hey! This new game's fun. Like Genius Invocation TCG.
It's entirely different, but you know what? Sure, I guess.
Everyone hope this new game is even more fun than Genius Invocation TCG.
Well, if you ask me, my answer is I will rather play TCG than this one.
This new game's not bad, but Genius Invocation TCG is better.
I agree with you, but you doesn't sound like you agree with yourself though.
If only Madame Faruzan were willing to switch to Kasharwar.
If you're wondering what is Kasharwar, you can see on top of her head. That is the symbol of Kasharwar Darshan.
Oh, surely the kids will like this one.
Well, you already know what is Kasharwar because based off what and how they do stuff right now.
No wonder she's so well respected at the academia. When I first saw her, I thought she might be unreliable because she's so young.
Oof.
Don't let her know I said that. Anise warned me about that before.
Well, that's your problem, not mine. So I'll tell her. Anyway, that make me a blabbering mouth still. I hate this.
Is Madame Faruzan really going to mentor me? What an honor. I'm sure she'll say helping with illustrations isn't mentoring. So, don't tell her I said that.
Since you're not my friend, I'm pretty sure I can tell her. Faruzan, somebody say about the mentoring stuff.
I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. Once everything here is settled, I'll make my way over to Pardistii as quickly as I can.
Oh, yeah, about Anis. I need to say something about mentor. No. What are we talking about is about the Kasharwar stuff. And Anis is Kasharwar, so yeah.
Anise? We haven't had much time to get to know each other, but she seems like a good kid. She's able to calmly figure out the basic principles behind something without being influenced by others. I'll do my best to teach her over the next few days. Still, how much she learns will really depend on her.
Oh, you will actually mentor her now. Nice. Why don't you take her on as your student?
Well, her interest lies in the application of mechanisms.
Oh, I see.
I do have some old knowledge to share, but if we think about the future, it's easier for her to learn the things she's interested in if she stays in Kasharwar.
Yeah, it is indeed.
My research into mechanisms is, in a sense, a side effect of my research into ancient texts. If she becomes my student to learn how to make modern contraptions, it wouldn't benefit either of us in the long run.
I see. I had not considered about that.
However, if she develops an interest in deciphering ancient texts over these next 2 days, that would change things.
No wonder Sumer 100 years ago is better than this one. I see.
If I successfully poach a student, those young punks at Haravatat will have one less reason to cut my budget.
Yeah, that's also another thing. If you easily just do that because they say cut budget, they will immediately use that as to resolve their problem. Gotcha. Alright, Faruzan's so smart.
Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the academia.
Anyway, about the collaborative project, do you have any idea?
Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. With Anis's help, 2 days will be enough for our work. However, I'm still undecided as to the style of the reference book's text and illustrations.
Try to be accurate and detailed. Try to keep it simple and fun. Accurate and detailed is definitely not the way. So simple and fun. Trust me, this is always the way.
You're right. If no one understands the reference book, it doesn't matter how detailed it is.
Yep.
It's better to make it simpler and fun so that children will be interested in the subject. It'll also make it easier for me to recruit students in the long run. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
That sounds like a challenge. I'm guessing that is the branching path then. Yeah. Literally branching path over there. Bad thing about it, I still have to skip it, so we still have to wait. Well, it suddenly need to be this time. Okay, let's see. It's about to become 3 hours video. Nice. Nice, because I can't believe it is. Another thing is, I actually love the story, so it doesn't bother me that much.
Oh, you're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
We've called up everyone we possibly could have. This is going to be quite the event.
You're excited because you are going to sell this stuff and get the profit. Alright.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time.
The grand and lively event gets underway.
And if we activate this little mechanism just like that, a Sumeru rose will appear at the top of the cane.
So you are showing magic tricks. I see. There's like a cane like padam. I see. Magic trick.
Oh, I see. I thought it came out of thin air. It's amazing.
That's magic show for you.
If the mechanism was bigger, you could make a rabbit appear, right?
Oh, they're figuring it out. Oh, yeah, smart.
Then you can't use a cane. Could you switch it out with a hat or something?
Okay, alright, game. I see.
You're applying what you learned creatively. Not bad. Let's look at the next page. If you fold an origami bird like this, it'll fly further and more stably.
Whoa. You can make a mechanism using just a piece of paper?
Yep, you can even make an airplane.
The principles at play are even more important than the parts that make up a mechanism.
These are pretty cool. I'm tempted to try them out.
I'm not that interested in toys, but if they'll be beneficial for children's development.
Alright, stop putting that. That's just an excuse.
Everyone, we have paper prototypes and craft materials that you can use to make your own toys. Come try them out.
This is such a well-prepared event. I'll give it a go.
But we want to play too!
It's fine. We have a lot of paper prototypes and craft materials. All feedback is also welcomed.
The popular and lively event continues.
Oh, my origami bird flew further this time.
Professor Faruzan, how can I make mine fly further?
Right, hear me out. I know I'm not Professor Faruzan and it's supposed to be Madam, but I'm pretty sure Faruzan will be delighted to hear this. But still, hear me out. All you have to do is just, count, feel the air, how far, how fast the air, where is it going, northwest, east, south? No? Just me? Okay.
Just Madam will do. Maybe in the future, you may indeed get the chance to call me Professor.
Oh, really? I thought you will be more delighted than that.
You may wish to pay attention to these few details. Here, for example. All right. Try it again.
Yep. Yeah. Scale, know the air first. You see if it's hot, if it's cold. How fast it blow.
Wow! It really did fly farther!
Madam Faruzan, will we learn origami at the Academia?
No, you won't.
Of course you will. If you become a researcher, you can explore any field you like to your heart's content.
Well, it's more like you learn on your own, rather like, how do I put it? Like you research. Actually, I don't know how to say it. I'm not going to say anything. Yes, you will. Of course.
In the future, if you want, you can even become one of my students.
Recruiting? Alright, nice.
But Mom and Dad said that there are 6 Darshans in the Academia. Wait, was it 7? Which Darshan teaches about mechanisms in origami?
Origami count as mechanism. Oh, that's what you meant. I was like, why did you say it's 7? It's because of the paper.
Well, in this case, it wouldn't be Haravatat.
Yeah, like I said, it won't be frozen. Yeah.
I know. We need to choose Ksharawar.
Ah, you accidentally promote Kusharawar.
Huh?
I want to attend Ksharawar in the future and fold even better origami birds.
That's not the way, but sure, I guess. You will even make a flying bird, real one.
I want to make even more awesome mechanisms!
Actually, the other Darshans do have their own specialties too. For example, Haravatat specializes in... Pay attention, children. Children?
Look like these early learning toys are a success. However, look like the recruiting student might be an issue. Because again, she helped the Kusharawar.
How did this happen?
You helped the Kusharawar.
What if we end up in a Darshan we don't like? Does that mean that we won't get to learn about the things we do like?
No. This is bringing back to my high school.
No, that won't happen. Take me, for example. I'm a researcher from Haravatat, but I research mechanisms, see? The only person able to restrict your curiosity as a researcher is you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
AKA, if you are not brave enough to do the thing, you will not make a move. So, make your first step. Now. I hope the first step is a good thing.
Not really.
Huh. It's all right. You still have a long road ahead of you. Now, do you want to learn about some other machines?
Frozen.
Let me tell you a story about pressure-based mechanisms and elemental monuments.
I don't think they will understand. Let's stop here. Yep, ending. Oh, actually they like it. Oh, that's cute. It's like saying fairy tales. The gardener and the nursery. So long as the pursuit of knowledge brings you joy, I'm fine with it. But won't you reconsider Haravatat?
You have
Its
to see the
classes are
world for
very
yourself
interested
to
too.
appreciate how beautiful
You are
it
still
is.
trying. Just stop it. At this point, don't try. Alright, that is the 4th ending. We are moving to the last ending, which is like I said, it's the one before we change the day. So let's go there. Oh, it's pretty much here actually. Okay.
Yeah. Once everything here is settled, I'll make my way over to Pardistii as quickly as I can.
So about Kusharawar.
You want to ask why I'm unwilling to join them, yes?
Yes.
Putting aside the fact that they're too full of themselves, I actually have no issue with their research methodologies and approach. After all, knowledge is either right or wrong. Superiority and inferiority do not come into the conversation. All researchers are just doing their best to shed light on the unknown in their respective fields of expertise. No matter what corner of the unknown they shed light on, it's a step forward for us all.
Then why do you refuse to join them?
Because I believe wholeheartedly in that principle.
Oh, I see.
Even if the others call my research useless, as long as the knowledge I gain from it is accurate, it could become useful in the future.
And also, you already proved the point, even though it seems useless, it doesn't mean it's useless. Alright, that's good.
In the end, useful and useless are concepts that shouldn't be used to evaluate knowledge.
Yeah.
When I first started deciphering ancient documents, I didn't think about how it'd be useful to Ksharawar. That's why there's no need for me to join them to do useful research. I'd rather stay in Haravatat. It's much more convenient for me to access the materials I need for my research here. Still, The funding that Kasharawar has offered me is so hard to get in Haravatat. Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the academia.
About the collaborative project.
Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. With Anis's help, 2 days will be enough for our work. However, I'm still undecided as to the style of the reference book's text and illustrations.
And here we go, this is the branching path. Try to be accurate and detailed.
You're right. Explanations are a core part of early developments, too. By using detailed and accurate illustrations, we can impart knowledge more effectively. It would also make it easier for me to recruit students. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
Well, I feel a bad thing about the previous one. Now I feel another bad stuff because like I said, simple and fun is the way. Yeah, because it's simple and look fun. That's why people want it, or people click it, or people buy it. If you make it too detailed and too complex, people will not understand and confuse. But in order to reach the last ending, I have to do that. So yeah, this is
If you're not sure what to do next,
alright, head to the
how about I
conference.
take you on a walk?
Let's see what did she come out with. I am here. I forgot to read your heart.
Oh, you're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
We've called up everyone we possibly could have. This is going to be quite the event.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time.
The grand and lively event gets underway.
To sum up, the 24 forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms were used in various ruins.
Yeah, this is where everyone what are you talking about? And lose interest.
All right, let's go to the next page. Now, I'll explain the base layer design of elemental monuments.
So the other one, yeah, like I said, this is not fun. How did things turn out like this? I feel like I'm in a class.
Are we done yet? Oh, I'm falling asleep.
I don't understand any of it at all.
Yeah, like I say, simple and fun because again, it's also for children. Yeah.
Are these really toys?
Well,
They sound a bit too dangerous to buy for children.
Oh. But it will be so useful for Adventurers Guild.
Well, we've prepared paper prototypes for everyone. If you're interested in the mechanisms Madame Faruzan's talked about, you're more than welcome to try them out.
Oh, this is no fun. Can I try another toy?
I want to go home and play Genius Invocation TCG.
Alright, stop being picky. You're still sleeping. Wake up! Slap him! Somebody!
Forget it. I don't think anyone would be interested.
I should go home and take care of my children.
Can you say something other than
How did this happen? Forget about getting opinions from others. No one even wanted to stay and try them out.
What happened if there is?
I'm sorry. I think we miscalculated.
I must apologize too. It's, well, my fault.
No, you simply gave suggestions. I was the one who decided to follow through. Anise, too, was only following my instructions. I will find a way to make up for this error. Please, give me some time. I'll write another reference book.
Excuse me, but are you the one who wrote this reference book?
No, she is not. The fact that she said, I will write another one. No, I don't think that means she's the one that write it down. Yep.
Yes. Who are you?
You're that Man Mountain who was in the crowd just now.
Man Mountain, oh, the tallest person.
Do I stand out that much? Well, I guess I don't look like someone who'd have anything to do with toys. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kamal, the branch master of Sumeru's Adventurers Guild.
What's the branch master doing here? Were you looking for us, or did something happen?
So instead for children, it become greater use for Adventurer Guild.
I came to Port Ormos to visit some old friends. On the way over, I saw the booklet you were handing out, so I came to take a look. Can you print a few more copies of this booklet and sell them to the Adventurers Guild? Also, could you make full-fledged models of those paper prototypes and sell them to us as well?
What does the Adventurers Guild want with these toys?
You may see them as toys, but to adventurers who need to deal with all sorts of machines and contraptions within ancient ruins, this booklet is a true treasure.
Yep, I knew it. As soon as I see Adventurers Guild here, I knew it's going to be so useful.
We have many members who can't read, so books are of little use to them. What they know of handling mechanisms has been learned solely through word of mouth. Even if the academia granted public access to all their books, there are people who can't use them.
Ah, and our booklet is practically all pictures.
Well, it is designed for children.
It might be a bit too difficult for children, but it's perfect for adventurers. Also, those paper strips, you called them paper prototypes? If you can make wooden versions for demonstration purposes, even the most illiterate person would be able to follow along and understand. If we can supply a model set for each branch, and if each adventurer carries a booklet with them, then ruin exploration will become much safer.
You really think so? I mean, yes. I always knew it. Knowledge will always be needed, one way or another.
Okay, you were so sad a moment ago. But good thing the story goes like this.
Making models of contraptions for the Adventurers Guild? To be honest, that sounds like a good avenue to explore to me.
Yeah, it's entirely new stuff, and a lot more people will need this because, again, more people want to become Adventurers Guild. Also, will there be an issue with the academia?
We'll probably have to send in a separate application, but it shouldn't be an issue. After all, this concerns safety during the exploration of ruins. It's a problem that the academia is actually trying to address as well.
Then let's cut to the chase and discuss the details of our first order. The amount we're offering to pay in advance is this much.
Oh, that is a lot. Okay, got it. Too much money, I see. All knowledge is wealth. All knowledge will find its use. It's like a father and a mother watching their daughter. What the heck? Now with that, there goes every single ending. I'm going to probably timestamp all of those because, well, you know. Another thing is, as you can see, each ending, or not each ending, each hangout event will have three stuff. And again, the one is answering the 127. The one is finding every single ending, and the other one is read all letters to send to Faruzan, which is the one on the mechanism. Yeah, the set part. Now with that being said, there you go. That's the end of the Hangout Story event of Faruzan. And yeah, a Confounding Conundrum is done. Let's grab all my reward. Yeah, total is 60 Primogen, but still, this is nice. Alright. Man, in the end, where is the picture again? This one. There you go. In the end, this stayed the best. This one, you did make the friendship so she don't have to think about or hold it to herself. And you don't have to keep secret to all. But still, the best one is this one. Welcome back, Faruzan. Ah, that's the best. And then, yeah, this is just the well. Yeah, this stuff is just like side story. Well, with that being said, there you go. Hang on, memories, and as always, I'll see all of you on the next video. Have a nice day, have a nice night. I'm going to try my best to timestamp all of those, and goodbye.